G'day, and welcome to another podcast. We haven't done a team podcast in a long time, and it's really nice to actually have a group of really cool people being the team members. I'm glad that Veritas wasn't able to attend, so we could have the full cool kids here. And then we got Anton probably coming later. He's still sleeping, knowing Anton. And of course, we've got Nikita here. So if you're new, you don't know all these people. To that side, you got Ghost Freak 66. Sigma, and then down below we've got Slush Puppy down as well as we've got Nikita. So today it's going to be pretty chill. It's not going to be like a massive leaks and all the ins and outs of what's going on in Battlestate Games. It's more going to be just a bit more banter, talking about the Twitch Rivals event yesterday. We'll talk about some of the leaks that have already come out, and just like, I don't know, I'll ask the questions that you guys really want to know, like when's what, why aren't we getting drops, and why aren't the drops better, and all that stupid stuff that you guys always ask me every single day. Why haven't you fixed the hackers, Nikita? Why?
Okay, yeah.
Drops.
But yeah, thanks guys for coming along, and I'll let Nikita, if he wants to just like start a spiel of anything he wants to get off his chest straight away, because he does that usually pretty well, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks. First of all, I need to boost up again my English pronunciation. So I spoken. So I like, it was a really long time when I was talking in English. So excuse my language, but because I'm like, it's not my native language. I will try to be as exact as possible. So thank you for inviting me. I'm working from home, as well as all of the team of BSG team is working from their homes right now. How's it going? It's going pretty well, actually. It was hard the first weeks. It was really hard to actually get the things together, because it was so many issues, technical issues, like about connecting people, servers, like files. Oh my god, what's going on? So right now it's more stable. We like shipped several patches already. We are preparing 12.5 patch with fixes, pretty good patch actually. We are also working on 12.6. It's also a lot of good fixes and optimizations, and also good and quality content, like 1911 pistol and something more secret that I won't tell for now. So the work is going pretty good. It has its pros and cons. We're like constantly sitting in Discord and communicating, and have like live sessions, like meetings and stuff. So it is pretty unique experience for us. It was never before, and I hope it will never be any time like in our lives. So what's going on right now in the world, it's a pure shit, and we like kind of don't like it at all. But you know, it's life. It's like historical moments, and we need to live on. So you just need to be careful and sit in your room on 24/7 and not
Play Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, try not to. Yes, of course. I wanted to say, like, you need to stay sane enough, and like walls are not talking, and like there's only you. So it's okay. And even like the main thing is, if you have friends, if you have somebody to communicate, you do this thing. Because if you will not do it, you will lose your mind. I think so. It's okay. Actually,
that's where this the Tarkov community comes in.
Yes, all I'm missing right now, like I really missing the gym and the shooting range. Like, yeah, like it's hard for me, because it was like almost like the only thing that I do with the relief, with some kind of like joy, and it was kind of cool to actually release some pressure of working days. And right now it's kind of complicated. I can't shoot from a window, like it's not good.
That's not viable. Yeah.
That depends where you live.
If you've got a door though, you've got a gym. So you guys remember that? You got a door, you got a gym.
Yeah.
But like it's not so bad. We just had the big meeting. All of the company members were in a single chat, and we talked about everything, like what's going on, how it will be, and I like noticed that people were kind of all right. They're healthy enough, and I think everything will be fine. And I hope you guys who listen to us will be fine too. So please be careful, stay home, play EFT or play another game. I played, for example, yesterday Black Mesa, remake of Half-Life 1. So it was kind of cool.
That looks really good.
Black Mesa.
Are you into Final Fantasy, Nikita?
I'm not like the fan of fantasy. I'm fan of sci-fi for sure. But if it comes to play fantasy games, like fantasy RPGs, I'm a fan of Dragon Age for sure. I'm the fan of like the Elder Scrolls series. So yeah, I like story enriched games, and the genres is not important actually.
Yeah, you should play Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's on the PlayStation 4. yeah, and I was looking actually to play. I thought it was released on PC too, but I discovered that it's only on PlayStation 4, and it's kind of not easy for me to play PlayStation because PlayStation is occupied by my son, and it's kind of impossible.
Yeah. He's obviously
So we'll move on to the Twitch Roles event yesterday. It's obviously still very fresh in our minds about what went on. It was actually I think the actual overall concept was really cool. The way that it worked. Obviously there was some pretty interesting developments as it went on. It was really hard as us as participants to actually figure out what the hell we were doing half the time. But the actual event and the competition, I think, was actually really fun as a streamer, at least.
I had heaps of fun.
Yeah.
Results.
It was,
I loved it. Yeah.
I hate competitive things because I used to be like real sweaty as a kid when I was playing like Half-Life and that. And now that when you put me in a competition, I'm always like, I got to do good. But I it's not me anymore. I'm probably gonna break a desk one day.
You only won. You only smashed everyone. It's so hard.
I didn't smash, dude. I think if it was a little bit longer, it would have been a very, very different result. There was a lot of teams that were really close right at the end. So it was definitely an interesting one. I want to bring up a couple of the points about the event because I think that we should definitely touch on it. I think that in the future we definitely need to have a defined rule set exactly of what needs to happen before, at least a day before, and then we could either question those rule sets and then go, can we get adjustments?
It was an issue actually because at first all the rules were discussed many times before, and when it came to the European tournament, it was in 20 minutes the set was changed, and it was not cool, and people even didn't know that you need to watch streamer who performs better, who actually do this bingo lines and stuff. Because if you make the bingo line, the people who watch this particular stream will get the rare rewards. And it was kind of important. Yeah. So you should not watch only Pestily, but he
Wait a
was
minute.
doing good. It was
No,
great. It was great.
hey, this might be the last time you're on my podcast. You start telling people not to watch me.
So yeah,
someone
like
told me that. See, someone told me that, but then they were like, "Oh no, actually, it's just everyone." And then I was really confused. I was like, "Well, I thought it was that, but they didn't really communicate that at all." So
yes, and you're totally right that all the things needed to be discussed before like everything started. Like they need like to do the charts, the description and stuff, because you know that the legendary like super mega epic awards was about full bingo table completion, and there was really good prizes, and nobody like didn't they
The
just
only
didn't.
way that would have happened is if we had access to the flea market. But if we had access to the flea market, that tournament would have been very different.
Rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like even before the tournament started, there was already people saying, "Hey, can I just get like all my gear across from my other account now?" Like, and it was just,
yeah,
and I was like, I thought it was going to be a fair tournament. Like, if that's the
Yeah.
case, and I've got 50-odd thousand people sitting in my chat, I'm like, "Hey guys, remember that Starlight charity that we're trying to raise money for? If you buy painkillers, you get Tarkov Prime." And then it's like next minute, I've got 150 million. I'm like, okay, I'll buy whatever I want now, And that's unfair for the people that don't have the following to be able to just do that. Like a tournament, particularly if it's got money involved, always should be on a fair playing field.
that's
Yes.
one thing that I thought would make it a lot better, especially because of the load-in times and things like that, would be a specific amount of runs that you do. So you have like one run on every map that has specific objectives and a specific kit, like what Sigma does with her amazing tournament, which is really fun. And then you don't have to like get it randomized. Like it's not a random amount of raids, like because it doesn't even out very well when you sort of got your load in times and stuff like that factored into your game time or into your tournament time.
It could be. See, it does work more in the spirit of the game. For example, you should actually stay in raids longer. You know what I mean? If it's like if you've got 20 raids and you've got to get as much done in 20 raids, right? Then you would stay in the raid for the entirety of the raid, or until you thought you're either going to die or that you've got so much that you need to get out, which would be more in the spirit of the game. If it's all speed-based, if it's always speed-based, then people like myself, Warren, and the ones that really do runs really quickly, Landmark, all those really like fast-moving people, Ghost Freak as well, we get in and out of raids like within 4, 5, 6 minutes. It's going to always favor those kind of people and those play styles. I think so, at least.
No, I agree with that. It's if you've got like a ton of objectives on one map and you only have like one run on it, or if you only got 20, then you stay in as long as possible, and you're like going around like you'd have to stock up on like food and stuff like that, and bring extra meds and really be prepared for the long haul, and know where, like, if you do run out of meds or food, where that is on the map. So it's like it shows a deeper knowledge of the game than just like charging in, wasting. Like I had one run where I literally just charged a glue heart, unloaded the mag into his face, and then let his guys just kill me, because I was like, I have nothing else to do on this map and I'm not going to be able to do it. Might as well just die. It's quicker than distracting.
Like for my position, these tournaments are for experienced players, and it's not like kind of the game we are like not supporting. Like it's not like a real EFT experience. The tournament is more like a show, so people want to see you clutch like hard and going everywhere, like trying to make a lot of things in time, and it's kind of fun, especially when there is a hacker roaming around with speed hack. So it's pretty challengeable, I saw yesterday, like there was a task you needed to kill 10 raiders, and I don't remember exactly who. He was trying to do it on the lab's location, and it was a real challenge because it's not only the raiders and the lab's location. It was also about Chinese speed hikers. I'm
Cheetos.
sorry to say that. Really sorry to say that because we are like fighting with them every single day. I will sell you, not sell you. Say
Oh,
to
you
you.
sell us now. Sell some Chinese speed hackers.
Pretty like valuable information right now. This last month, it was March, I think. We banned, I think, nearly 50,000 players, cheaters. 50,000.
Holy
So
hell.
yeah,
Holy
so
shit.
it's a huge number in terms of a game. For example, not every like huge big game will say like we banned so many players because the EFT is like a magnet for cheaters because the potential to cheat is pretty like big and
The
it's
risk
not cool,
versus
of course.
reward factor makes it so rewarding to be able to find items quickly,
Yeah,
kill
and
people.
people constantly saying I see Reddit posts like, oh my god, will they do something or not about cheaters?
I say no.
Every
I say
single
Battlestate
day.
games just sit there and just laugh at you. Because then
Yeah,
that way
at
it's
home.
like, what do you think
At
they're
home.
doing?
I thought
We are not,
I thought
just,
that you were making the hacks and then selling them on the side for your own game.
But that's
Yeah.
stupid.
not a thing. Like this like menace is like it's really like not good for the game and every single day we are working with the battle life. We are working to get as much as possible, as much bans as possible, and that's why like people like they post a thing about us like they're not doing anything, and it's not actually because
I know there's a percentage of people that cheat because they just want to wreck people and that. But I actually honestly believe the largest percentage of people cheating are funding real money transfer websites. And I've actually been wanting to make a YouTube video about this. I get emails nearly every day from different sites wanting me to sell advertise their websites, like paying ridiculous amounts of money. And
There's
the
some
stupid part
highlights
about it is
where, YouTubers are taking it as well.
the issue is
the thing is
if you can kill the supply in that's going to be the biggest thing. And if the community would stop buying from them, that would kill them as well. So because anyone who buys from those sites is funding more people buying cheats.
the thing is that it's not easy to actually close these kind of companies who do real money trading. They are shady. They are shady companies, and it's not an easy just to make a lawsuit or something to close them. The second thing is many people said like you should control this. You should make your own shop with the items, but it's microtransactions, and it's not possible in EFT, and we will not do it. We will not do it, and you can see this like some kind of ecosystem around this. Like we have cheaters, we have real money traders, we have companies, we have the game. Even we have wipes. They still do these trades. I don't know. So this is a complicated question, and it's not an easy to have an actual solution to fight with this problem. And it's not even like okay, let's bust all the cheaters,
and it's not as simple as just IP banning and hardware banning because you can get VPNs and what's it called hardware.
For example, I will tell you one example. Maybe I think many of you saw it, like streams of cheating live on YouTube. What is it? I will tell you. We banned, I think, more than 1,000 of the streams of the last 3 months. Some person do these streams. We ban it. He do it again. We ban it like constantly. We even wrote to YouTube and said, could you provide the system, or could you ban this user by IP or something, or hardware ID bans? Because you see all the replies, all the like messages we sent to you, it's about this particular streams. The next thing was like more interesting to know. This guy actually sent us a message and said, why the hell are you blocking me? Because this cheat I promote is not working. It's just a bait. I just want to make money from stupid people.
It's essentially also a rerun.
It's a rerun of an old hack on an old
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. It's recorded video of old version, old hack. It's like a bait for the people who just buy the hack and receive nothing. And he was just this guy was just like, I do the great thing for you. I make money for myself and fool them, because they will receive nothing and they will lose money and they will not buy another cheat. So they like
No, yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but yes.
Anyone in chat who's the Twitch is having an issue right now, and all of Twitch is losing all their viewers. You guys are still there, just the viewer count's wrong. All right, just chill, guys.
Yeah.
It'll be 0 in a minute.
Zero.
Watch. No one's watching. That's it. It's over.
no one's watching.
Dead stream. Never again. 90k yesterday. 0 today.
I always knew you were just buying viewers.
Oh, they're viewer bots. 100% of them. That's why I run so many ads. How do I pay for it?
That's when I can tell when you host me, and they all say such stupid thing that they're bots.
I got a question about the Twitch Rivals event, Nikita. With the system that you had that was automatically detecting, say, kill killer 2 times.
Yes.
Was that like a
was amazing.
hidden task kind of system? So like you would go kill killer 2 times, and it was like task complete on the Battle State Games server side, right? And that's how you would know. So
Yes.
in saying that, because I had a feeling that's how it was working, could you turn that into like a weekly task?
Yes. I understand what you're
Daily
talking
challenges or something like that?
Oh,
Because if the system's already there...
Actually, this system was this actually, yes, it was all about what you said. It will be implemented within the system of daily tasks, so it will be kind of new kind of quests, and you will be able to complete some stuff, generated or not generated, hidden tasks or something. So yeah, it will be in the game like this, and yes, eventually it will be in the game like some kind of new quests or something, daily tasks.
That's pretty cool. But that's all I wanted to know. The whole time it was happening, I'm like, this is how it must be working. It must be like we've got a task, but that's not. Because they were saying like, oh, we've registered on your side and that. Which were the first tasks that you got done, or first line that you got done, Sigma, with the because you guys got the first, you killed it on the first
yeah,
bingo.
I mean, a lot of them got done right away. I think it was 10 scavs and a 100-meter headshot. I think Anton did like both of them in the exact same raid. But I would say overall, I had a lot of fun with this one. I did. I love the bingo card style. I thought it was kick-ass. I would have definitely released an FAQ sheet beforehand, let the streamers ask a lot of questions beforehand. But with any event, that's how it always goes. Like, you learn. Every time I run a battle, I learn something new, and I adjust, and I just ask for patience from the community so that I can just make it better. But unfortunately, this was a really big stage, and there was a lot of hands involved and a lot of decisions being made on the fly, and that always creates a shitstorm. So, hats off to everybody involved. They tried, and they'll learn from it.
I think that's where there was a fair bit of issues with the task system. I'm going to call it the task system, because it was like collect 30 dog tags. But I'm guessing it meant that you had to pick up 30 dog tags yourself, not just have 30 in your inventory. What's going on with my hair?
Yeah, like some tasks actually required like a bit of clarification. So yeah, it's even for myself. I looked at the table and like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was
They
like
should-
100-meter headshot. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get a 100-meter PMC headshot while I'm trying to do this other shit? But it was a scav. You can do it on a scav. So as soon as like my brain's went, oh, you can do that on a scav. I was like,
So easy.
yeah.
So
Shot, I
easy.
just looked up the sniper
Yeah.
scav and shot him and walked away.
Or like so
Yeah.
450 damage. Like it's an easy thing.
I didn't
450.
even. That well, I got the 450 damage in like the first raid. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you've unlocked a secret task," and I was like, "What? What did I do?" Like,
It was pretty easy because like the best scenario would be we test it like before and have some kind of closed tournament just to test things, like just to test the actual quality of rewards, the tasks, the descriptions and stuff. But you know, there was not so much time to actually to achieve a good quality, and it was pretty hasty. And I think again, if there will be more more participation of Twitch in it, it will be much more like stable and understandable for everybody to watch and actually participate in this tournament.
Yeah. I love the system of it. I just, yeah. I
We
think
will,
we're going to go in
we will
circles.
definitely repeat it. I think if you guys like described me that Sigma has her own tournaments, we can do like some kind of integration with it. And
I honestly,
cast
like,
it
this
next
is no
time.
stab at the casters. I didn't get much opportunity to actually watch them. But if anyone, like, you got Sigma over there, or anyone who's actually like really knowledgeable of this game as well, like Sigma, who can actually talk about what's going on in actual, it's got like thousands of hours in, would be so much more beneficial. They might be not as entertaining as a professional caster who's done, cast for PUBG and all the other esports games, but like, you probably can't use Slush because he's just gonna swear the entire time, and that's
Fuck you.
Seriously though, I thought we learned from Code Red. No offense, but I think the community as a whole just wanted casters that they knew and that
Faces
they
that
watched,
they know as
you know,
well,
for
yeah.
hours. Yeah, that had a lot of knowledge, because I honestly felt like, have you played for more than 3 weeks? Do you even know who you're talking about?
Yeah.
So I would really like to see
Sure.
casters come from the community personally.
That would have been
Lupo
amazing.
would be
Yeah.
Lupo would be great at it, and
that would've-
Sigma obviously, and Kings I reckon would be really good at it.
Oh,
He's got that silky
Kings.
voice.
Kings would have been.
Yeah.
The
That beautiful
amount of
voice.
people across Twitch who would just hear King's voice and
Yeah.
just be like, gravitate. They're like, we're going there.
I'm pretty sure that the team responsible for Twitch rivals from our side is watching this stream right now, and they taking some notes. So I think we need to
So
figure something.
they were amazing casters. They did a great job. That's it. I've got nothing else.
Yeah.
7-day ban.
It's very hard though.
I'm
like, the knowledge that you acquire in this game. Like I watched the start of it when they were starting the European bracket, and I was watching you, Pest, and one of them was saying, I've played 300 hours of this game. Like I'm really into it, and I was like, okay, that's a lot of hours for like The Witcher. For Tarkov, this game has so much shit in it. Like 1,000 hours, you're still a rookie. So
Yeah.
it's like
I'm still
it's
learning,
very,
and
like,
I've been streaming this 5,000
yeah,
hours.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
just like so much super in-depth stuff that needs to, like, you need to know to be able to tell who's winning and who's got the good strats for a tournament like this, because you're casting a tournament of people that most of us have close to 10,000 hours of experience, and to understand what we're actually doing, you need to be able to
I don't have anywhere near 10,000.
like be on that level.
No, I'm
Wow.
at
No one's
4,000,
got
but I am
10,000.
Still learning. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I know.
You guys,
We're
could you
pretty
tell me?
close.
Actually, I got a question for you. What do you think about the current state of EFT right now? In
I
terms
hate-
of
I hate the
in terms
fact.
of like gameplay, like
I hate the fact that every single time I go into a raid, I'm like, there's going to be at least one ASVL or VSS. I know the reasons why increasing the prices of, say, M4 ammo, the 995 ammo specifically, but it's like the fact that it's so expensive to run now that everyone's just like, well, the VSS is so budget and cheap to run, you know, and I don't want the price of VSS ammo to just skyrocket. It's just, it feels
People
like...
are going to hate me for this, but the slick is way too cheap as well. I think that the trade for the slick needs to be changed. It's like everyone is only running slick armors now.
I'm not.
It was also the give. It's the giveaway that people got for the slick, you know, and everyone sold it for so ridiculous price. Like there was so many out,
And all the slicks are sold out on the flea market. Thanks, Slush.
They're three,
And Nikita's like...
300K. And now it costs 90 Cordura.
Okay, so
it's 250K for a level 6 armor that's light is very, very cheap. Like it is all people are gonna run. That's
Okay.
go Sigma.
In my opinion.
I think the whole I don't want the M4 ammo to like plummet down, or I don't want Nikita to change. But I mean, it is not viable anymore for people to run M4. And I think they do still run at the 56, but that price also went skyrocketed up. I don't know. Maybe fixing ammo would also, you know, differentiate through people using other guns. Because it's so hard now. I mean, VSS is so much better.
995 is not viable in my opinion. I think it's too expensive for how it compares because it's the same price as BP for the VSS. I might as well just run BP for the VSS because the fire rate is so massively high. It just shreds people way faster than the M4. So there's no real point to run 995 anymore because it is just too expensive. So maybe bringing that down to like $10 would alleviate that.
Mm-hmm.
That might bring the M4 back into the game. But I think that the problem, I think there's only like 2 gun metas at the moment. It's the Val and the VSS, or it's the FAL and the M1A. There's not really, and maybe even a bit of a buff for the 7.62x39 BP would bring that back into the game as well.
I would say there's 2 main things that I have an issue with right now, and that would be Interchange with the extracts. I don't feel like the extracts really help the situation.
They were just for fun, actually.
Yeah, that and I don't know what's gonna happen with the ping thing. I know that Slush and I have talked about this a little bit, but I'm kind of bummed that I can't easily play with my friends in Australia. I'm sure that there's some good reasons behind what's happening, but even my friend in Alaska, you know, I'm getting booted, and I live in California, so we're not that far away from each other.
Yeah,
I know that's like it's like unfortunate thing to have, and I hope that if there will be a moment when the situation of related to Chinese cheaters roaming everywhere will be at least a bit lower than like lately, we will have something like we'll increase the ping limit more to have like to reduce this problem. But right now it's all against, like it's a battle against those who are abusing this. So unfortunately, it is what it is right now.
One thing that I've noticed, like even with the ping limiter, there's a lot of people that are there's still like I see a lot of Chinese names on the Australian servers and on the LA servers, and I worry that like it's not affecting I think there's some way that they might be able to get around it. And
I will tell you that
it's not affecting them. It's only affecting the legitimate players.
It's just about this ping, like 2030 or 2050 or 2200, 250. It's not enough. We need like it needs like to be 185 or 180 to actually kick all the Chinese players. But if we will do this, it will decrease, the abilities of fair players more, and I don't know. Like, it's a not an easy decision to actually to do it, and we need to think about it more, how we can like do it. For example, we are trying to add more servers between like the points to like smooth the to propagate all the players.
That's
In a
one
way
thing
that-
I'm having trouble with. I was talking to Dimitri about it. Is I can connect to the LA servers some days, and
Mhm.
I get on average I get 180 ms to the LA servers, which is under the 250. If I join like once every fourth raid, I'll just get 300 ping and then just
I
get
can-
kicked. It's
right now,
very
yeah, I
strange.
understand it. We just like we tested it and we see what's going on. The worldwide internet is kind of overloaded due to everybody sitting at
Yeah.
homes, and yeah, we constantly seeing some kind of issues on the lines in different areas of the world, and we see that this overloads is getting here and there. So yeah, unfortunately, this is the global networking thing, and we need to struggle with it. I think so.
So-
We just need to wait.
Going back to last point really is remember how a couple of podcasts ago, it was actually quite a while ago now, we actually spoke about how we could report bugs in game, or also if they had a suspicious death, we could like just press a button and say suspicious death, and if someone got flagged like 10,000 times or whatever, you know, it would actually give more reason to look in certain directions or on certain people. Is that report feature still on the works?
Yes.
Don't say
Yes,
planned, please. Don't just say planned.
Yes, it's planned. Yes.
That's just planned.
So you'll be able to report suspicious behavior. You'll be able to report bug abuse and inappropriate nicknames.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I have a
like
quick
that.
question about.
Oh, hello, Mike.
Hello, by the way.
Hello.
Hello. Wait, who's Mike?
Who's Mike?
What's up, V?
No, the question I have is about like the current state of the game and risk reward. We've talked about it before, and I know with the weight system, I actually really like a lot of the tweaks you guys have made in response to community feedback with the weight system. Do you guys have anything planned for rewarding combat and survival maybe a little bit more than it is now, given that it's even harder than it has ever been, especially for, you know, a solo or a duo player to, if you wipe a squad of 4, you know, 1v4, you can't take out 4 people's worth of gear. And if you know, invested money in you know, like a $300,000 piece of armor, or you're using some of the more expensive ammo, there's almost no way to make any money unless you are really going kind of not budget, but I mean, yeah. So do you have anything in mind there in terms of just economy and people being able to not lose money even when they succeed?
I'll just give an example that Mike and I spoke about. Like an example we were thinking about is like if you had 100 unique dog tags, you could get like a thick case. So like you couldn't farm it with your friends because you'd have to have unique dog tags. And if someone wanted to set up a bloody server of 100 people to farm circle work of their server, it would still take them ages to get it. But it actually promotes killing people more. Does that make sense? Like, and actually going and getting those dog tags.
I remember that thing. I can't like answer this easily. I need to think about it. Like, for example, it's again, we are kind of trying to simulate life, and if it comes to like you want to make money, you want to make profit from your raids, and at the same moment you want to fight, you want to wipe the whole team. So it's a pretty multitask thing. So you need to be packed with the weapons and armors. You need to have a big backpack. You need to have an ability to actually carry all this weight. So you need to be all in one, like one-man army, and it's kind of not realistic. But if you're playing like with your friends, and like you have roles. For example, you are the leader, like the point man, and the second guy is a carrier or something like support, and he has a like an ability to carry things. This is more suitable in terms of EFT, true EFT experience for us. How to enrich this? That is the question, because like many things needs to be done to actually emphasize players to actually play like this as I described, and it's not an easy task, and most of all, it's not an easy for me to answer how we should do in this situation. That's why
It's too big brain, Mike. It's too big brain.
That's why we need to
It's a building a
play.
balance with absolutely everything, and it's really hard to. You don't want to make it too easy to get loot. You want to be rewarding everyone, and it's a really hard balance overall.
Like the idea to have everything, like I want to play, I want to have fun, I want to like kill everybody and get their loot. It's a thing that we are trying to get rid of. You need to choose between different play styles. You need to train in yourself like the idea that you need to always choose something. You need to choose between like profit and I don't know, experience, for example. So it's like before the weight system, it was about like, oh my god, I killed so many. Oh yeah, the sweet loot. All right, I finally like reach the needed level of enjoyment and satisfaction with the game. But it's not real, and I'm always said that we are wanting to make the game as complex as possible, and it's not meant to be fun and easy to play. And of course, I have always said another thing that it always will be balanced in terms of playability. So
I don't think it's that like people complain about. I don't think it's that bad because like I went in with the massive raid backpack the other day and the biggest rig, and I feel I've fully metagamed the entire thing and got to 100 kilos and got out. It is possible. It's hard.
yes,
I had to
Like,
shuttle
that's-
run gear
and
to
that's
the
like,
actual extract to do that. I got
yeah,
90
but
kilo or
that's taking,
something.
like, that's taking like everything. The only way I could possibly get more weight on was if I was carrying tank batteries or if I had an items case on me, which is like no one's gonna carry 300 kilos. But it is possible to get out with the 100, and that's every slot filled. You wouldn't be able to carry anything more even without the weight system. So I think it's fine how it is. But
I
one
wasn't
thing
talking about the
I
weight
was-
system though.
He's talking about rewarding
no,
PvP more.
Oh yeah.
rewarding
I mean,
PvP. One thing I think it would be better though would be the way to a way to drop off a bag or drop off items at an extract without extracting your player. So you can, instead of leaving, you can
yeah.
drop your crap off and then stay in and fight more, and run
This
the
is
raid till its
this is
completion.
this is planned actually, yeah, and more things about reward, like PvP reward thing. I don't know, like the main reason, like the main thing, the main reward right now is loot. So if you get this loot, get this like money, the reward feeling is getting like bigger, and you are happy enough. But you can't just grab everything and leave. So something else needed to actually give you the feeling that you're like got something after this fight. It could be experience that could be used more in different terms, like experience points. It could be like some kind of like kill death ratio that will be used again with something more like to enrich the idea, like the like the, actually your PvP experience, and give you more abilities in the game, give you more things to do in the game related to your efficiency in terms of like elimination of other players. So again, it's a question, and I can tell like what to do because it needs to be rethinked a lot, and it's not an easy like task to actually have something to say right now because really I need to think about it more, and I thought about it more. Like there is a hatchling problems and so on. It's all related all together, so it's not an easy to say or especially to do something right now.
Yeah, there's a million factors between like the cost of insurance and then ammo and then meds and then repairing armor and I totally understand it's like an impossible sort of equation. But I think it'd be interesting at some point to and maybe something I'll run the numbers on to look at like if I go in and I have BS ammo and I shoot somebody where the Gen 4 and I kill them and I'm able to take their dog tag and their Gen 4 out and maybe their gun and I leave. I guess what I would want is for the ammo that I spent, whether it's 995 or BS or whatever, to be worth more than the armor that I then have to repair. And very often, if you spend a 60 round mag of 995, I mean that's almost 100,000 rubles. You get a Gen 4, it's gonna cost 100,000 to repair. You basically broke even. So it's like it makes it so that I kind of want to run away from that fight, and maybe that's what you want, I guess, from the gameplay.
Yeah, because you're describing the position of the player. Like your position is the profit one. You are looking.
There's nothing else to do at this point when you finish the
Yes,
quests. And
yes, nothing else to do. And right now, at this moment, it could be like you need to at least make some profit from your runs. But when the game will be completed, there will be more things to do, and I think eventually everything will be in place. But right now, it's more like temporary solutions that we can implement, and all the ideas.
So
We'll move on.
someone
from that
in
point.
chat just made a really good point. Repair armor for dog tags.
Hmm.
Like 50% of the cost, perhaps.
Hmm.
That'd make it so you can use your kills.
Well, the idea to have repairs with the dog tags is pretty good. Not only the armor.
This is
but
why we don't
weapons,
listen to chat. This is why we don't listen to chat.
I will not know.
No,
I think it's a good idea.
I want to go back to Interchange for a second because we haven't actually really had a good chance to talk about Interchange. I know it's one of Sigma's favorite maps. She touched on how the extracts are actually a bit yuck, and I agree. I think actually I'm gonna quickly just chuck two ideas. One is including a dog tags. The point was made up on I don't know if it came from one of the streams that was on Red 7's podcast.
Red 7.
Where there should be an extract that uses dog tags to extract. I think that's actually a really sick idea, and they could even incorporate that on more maps. So you actually got to get like found in raid dog tags, and you pay with those dog tags to extract. I think that's a gold idea. Promotes PvP, and then also you get rewarded for it by a safe extract. And the other one, I think the scav and PMC extract should just get changed to 2 scavs extract, and then those extracts actually become purposeful. It promotes no scav on scav violence because that's bad in my opinion, and you can actually extract in that extract safely as a scav, and then I don't know, this is my opinion. I'll let you guys discuss.
I like it. It brings another form of currency into the game as dog tags. I like it. There's more than just doing a stupid trade, or it's not always stupid, but doing just trades that we can do with dog tags. It takes it into the game, like real integral part.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
said
it's
people
great.
will team kill for their tags to extract. If I have to kill Veritas to extract, sure, why not? Doesn't make sense. Why?
I don't know. The scav and PMC extracts have never made sense to me. I feel like I have a better chance befriending an AI scav and dragging him over there than I ever would a player scav.
yeah, unless there was VoIP, there's really no way to communicate, let alone the desire to. You don't have the ability or the desire, really. So
I think more of us, or I think I've had someone. My teammate died, scavved in, and then we extracted. That's the only time I've ever used it. I've never.
Yeah, same.
I've tried to. I think Veritas got it right. I can't remember who got it right, but someone got it right to get out with another player's scab
No, I've never
using
done it.
viewers.
I've only ever done it with viewers. I've gone, hey,
Yeah.
anyone want to try out this new scav extract?
It's a streamer extract.
It's the streamer
Streamer
extract.
extract.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Jack.
press ganged a scab into it. I found a scab with a player scab with a PM once, and then basically just dumped his entire mag to him, and then I just sat there yelling ceasefire, ceasefire, and then made him follow me over, and then stood there. Like I basically just forced him to extract by it. That's about it.
I do love the hole in the wall extract. I know there's a lot of controversy about like, hey, come on, I can bring a backpack.
I would throw
But-
my backpack over the wall if I was too
Right.
fat to fit through it, but you know, there's a gameism.
It's helped. It's helped. I would
I use
say
it all
in
the
my
time.
case
Oh,
because I
yeah.
don't bring a backpack into raid too often anymore unless I'm taking somebody else's. So
I mean,
Actually, like there is so many ideas to make the different aspects of the game better, like more playable, and it's all like not breaks, but it all like getting overwhelmed with the amount of like technical work that we need that needs to be done in terms of bugs, optimizations, like and many other things. So right now, like the main struggle in EFT production is to have the perfect balance between fixing bugs and technical related problems and actually create something new, like new features and new content, and to make the game like more interesting. And it's like a real struggle because of course we need to make the game more stable, more like optimized, and less bugs, cheaters and stuff. And it requires a lot of time of the programmers, of the feature like owners who did some kind of feature a long time before, and lately we discovered some bugs in it. They need to take a big part in job and fix these bugs instead of creating new things. And for me personally, the most favorite part in the EFT development is to create new features and new stuff, because it's so like cool to see how it's going, how it's being produced, and your reaction to these new features. And first of all, it's not meant like it's not about limitational features. For example, as weight system, it's a limitational feature. I'm talking about feature which will enrich the gameplay. For example, customizable rigs, new weapon features like jamming. Jamming also is a limitational feature actually, but like hitting, like additional mechanics in player control and movement control, it will be a really good thing. And of course, we have like the big amount of work related to technical things and bugs, new features, like pure new features, and balancing and refining old work, as we just like talked about. So some of the features, old features, needs to be reworked, redone. For example, we currently do a huge skills over work, like not like from scratch, but the different aspects of skills will be changed like from the ground, and we like partially split the work in the different like tiers, different kind of parts, and we'll start to implement the first part, I think, in patch 12.7. And it also requires a lot of work. And as I said, like the main struggle, like how to keep the flow, how to keep new things coming into the game, how to keep the bugs fixed at the same moment. And your ideas is also great. Like I have many community ideas, screenshots, design rework, many things that literally like in the perfect world needs to be done because they're great. They will make the game better, but we don't have enough time for it. And when should we do it? What should we do first? That's another question.
It's
actually.
one of those things where you're never going to keep everyone happy, though, Nikita. Like
Yes, but
And
I
everyone's
want
gonna say I'm brown nosing here, but like even as a streamer, I run out of time all the time. So you prioritize what work is the most important. Like some people's be like the stutters are too hard. I can't play this game because of stutters. So you're like, I'll put all my focus in stutters. Then no content
Yes.
or something else is not being developed, and then it's just Do you still have around
It's a
a
balancing
team?
act.
It is, and do you have a team of like still about 100 people that you said, or is it still growing? I'm guessing because the working from home's probably changed things a bit too.
Yeah, and another question: when is the perfect time to actually stop and release the game? The amount of features is enormous, and we will never be able to actually complete them like in years if we decided to learn, to make the like EVE Online kind of game, like with long-term development process, because we really want to complete the game and make something new, or like single player game or something more, because we don't want to be on one single game game dev company. We want to make something new too, because literally like we kind of exhausted already to make the shooter games, like realistic shooter game for the like many years. And this is another really hard question for me: when there will be the perfect time to stop doing features. That means that some of the cool features will not be able to get into the game, but there will be DLCs, and we will be able to add them later. So I don't know why I am telling you this, because this is kind of things that always visit me like in the late night. Like
It's because it just shows you that you're passionate about it. Like,
yeah, but for how much long I will stay like this? Because
soon, not soon,
yeah,
but soon, not soon.
Yeah, I can say that of course we will continue no matter what. Like many things are to come, like good features, controversial features, features that you will hate us or love us. That's like this. That's totally all right. But sometimes it could be like delayed, like due to reasons that I described. Like we need to fix things. That's why we are working on fixed patches. Like I said, 12, 12.5 and 12.6 will be mostly the fixed patches. 12.7 will be also half fixes, half of the new features. But we want to polish the game as much as we can, because it's always like this. Like when we decided to add new features, we're doing it for a long time. There always this technical depth. Like we always need to stop and fix the bugs that was like gathered. They were gathered all the time before we released these new features. Yeah.
All right,
That's
move
The
forward.
newest, the newest fix, the FPS fix, that was amazing. My game is running so well at the moment.
Yeah,
That
like
was,
this fix was like really strange thing in the development process. Like was like we were, I don't know how to say it. Like I need to translate this word. Just a second.
Unexpected.
Not like this. Tangled, confused. We was confused by Unity in many terms related to graphics job system, like the system that will have the different kind of flows of graphical commands, and it like this feature works in many modern games, but we were confused that this feature will not work with current build, with current engine version, with current DirectX version and stuff. So we had this option disabled for a long time, and this is like this was our fault that we missed this for a long time, and for some like reason, for some like eventually with the help of the community, we found that it's not only it was switched off, it looked like it was on, because I don't know how to explain it correctly, but in the code it looks like it was on, but in the end it was off, and we needed to override this thing through a config files and stuff. So eventually, yes, it was first, I think it's the first miracle in the many years that something that was like so easy to actually change gave us a lot of like performance percentage, like a lot of performance stuff. And for some, like for one side of the medal, it's like it's really good. Like FPS, it was like it's better than everything. Like better FPS, it's better than everything that like we have right now. But the other side, like, why the hell did we miss this for a long time? It's like when you search for something and it lies
Right in front of you.
in front of you. Yeah, and it was frustrating. Yes.
So the guy Low is the one that posted on Reddit. Before he posted on Reddit, he actually sent me the information, and I was talking to Nikita for a few days before all of that happened, because he was basically kind of at a loss for how to get the information to you guys. So I'm glad it ended up working out. He has more feedback, more ideas, more ways.
I currently speak with him today. I
Perfect.
spoke with him
Sure.
a whole day, and yes, he has additional ideas. And unfortunately, for this moment, we can't reproduce things that he are willing to like to set us, like different kind of things. But we are testing it like the whole day. We tested these things, and we will continue to test it tomorrow. We will like make like special builds of the game, inner builds of the game on different versions of Unity Engine, just to check things. And I just want to say that we are totally open to any kind of suggestions, because Unity Engine and like it's the thing, like even Unity engineers don't know something.
Because you work
about it.
alongside with Unity on this development, don't you? Like you.
Yes,
Because a lot of people like get Unity experts in, but you have the Unity devs working with you.
Yes, and it's complicated engine, especially because it was sorry, it was the production cycle of Unity Engine was like different engineers were working on different parts of engine, and they were switched on from this to that. Like it was a pretty chaotic movement of engineers, and they literally have problems of understanding what was like a long time ago in this part of code, and we are trying to understand how it could be done to make our game like run faster and better, because there is no such game as EFT on Unity Engine, and I think there will not be
One in the future.
ever. Yeah, in the future. And this is other problem to, like, for example, they have different kind of versions, like Unity 2018 that we are like on right now. There is 2018 and even 2020, and they all have cool features that will like they definitely will have an impact on the game in terms of stabilization, optimization, and network optimization and stuff. So, and we will like move from that versions further. For example, right now we're building the experimental build on Unity 2019, just to check all these parameters related to graphic modes and stuff, to see the perfect like condition. Is it working or not? How it will work in different like modes and stuff, just to understand how it works. So it's not an easy, actually. I know that many of like you, not many, maybe part of you thinks that it's just like some need to change some config files. What should you need? Like, why do you need so many like engineers to actually like change the config file?
Why don't you just change the number to 1 and then fix the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like,
Game broken. Tick.
Yeah, the last
Untick that.
thing,
Yeah, just cut
Yeah,
the
the
brain
last
tumor out of the
thing
brain.
just-
How hard is it?
yeah, it was about this. We just didn't have this option switched on. Okay, now we have it on, and I think you are pretty.
Well, why don't you just turn the stutters option off? Obviously.
I'm afraid. I am afraid that there is some kind of config.
Oh,
Some
okay.
kind of.
You're just making
Well,
it worse. Don't say stuff
Alright.
like
It's a
that.
nightmare. It's my nightmare that there is some kind of config with some kind of parameter. You need to like just.
I was talking the other day about that, like with someone about the lag when you come out of your inventory when you're on a map, and that it may be one thread that's not running asynchronous properly, and so it's just locking up the main game thread, and that's why you're getting a lockup when you're coming out of the inventory.
I will describe you why do I have a lockup in inventory. What just we have like when the so there is a thing in Unity called garbage collector, and it's always around in this like there is an amount of like cache. If it's like full, the system purge this cache and it will lead to a freeze. So we added a small purge of garbage collect while you're like open or close your inventory in the game, because we decided that will be at least like then at least dangerous moment of you to actually have this slight freeze. This will be fixed. I can assure you that will be fixed, especially in the Unity 2019, because there will be incremental garbage collector purge, and it will work much more better, and you will have less stuttering and freezes. I can assure you.
Oh, sorry. When you say in the inventory, you're talking about in raid or in the menu?
In raid.
So when you close
because that also happens
inventory-
in the menu between raids too.
Yes, it's possible. Yes, because
Okay.
Because this garbage collection is always ongoing. Like it's not meant that in your raid. In raid, it goes faster than off raid.
Yeah, between the menus now, even just like gearing up for a raid, putting together guns and stuff, the menu for at least for me will stutter every 30 seconds. It locks up for a couple of seconds, which definitely seems like a recent regression.
Yeah.
Current works like related to a 11.5 and 11.6 has a huge part of freeze fixes too, because not only all like fixes or freezes related to this garbage collector thing, it's also about typical errors, like different kind of errors and lockups and spamming errors that will lead to a different kind of freezes and stuttering. So it's like it's a main actually it's a main part of work. So if we will get rid of any errors, any bugs that could relate to freezing, the overall freezing situation will be much more smoother than now. Because lately, I think like for 3 months or something, we added freezes, like some freezes like that we were removed before, and like it's not like an easy thing like to just to see some logs or something, like to see some history of different like completed tasks and see, oh yeah, this task this task made some like bad things to this freezes situation, and we need to just roll it back or something. So it's not working this way.
Did you bring it up for all of us, Pest?
Yeah.
Was Kegley bringing his food? Or
Did
I'm
we
actually
lose
I'm
the
dropping
stream?
frames.
You've lost the stream, I think. No,
We're back?
it's back. I got it.
Fuck's going on? All right, just give me 1 sec.
Ye-
Reddit is DDoSing us.
Mike,
Twitch garbage collection.
stop it.
Mm. I'm glad I talked about that for a while on stream, Nikita,
we're back.
the lockup in inventory, and I did have a couple of guys suggest to me the garbage collection as well. So I'm glad that I know that my theory was correct now. It makes me happy.
This particular case, yes, it's
Yeah.
it's a thing. Yes,
We were just talking about the specific inventory one because I got killed. Because as I exited the inventory, I got shot because it's sort of locked up. So, yeah.
I know Nikita's got to head off soon, so what we might do is I might belt feed him some questions, and he can give us whatever answer he wants to give us. If you're all right with that, Nikita.
yeah.
Last night you said that there's going to be a wipe announcement next week. Can you tell us today?
Yes. Not today. Not today. Next week.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, is it like soon,
here we
soon,
go.
soon, or soon?
So soon.
Next
soon.
week, guys. This will be next week. Come on.
Okay.
Wipes next week. Okay, we've got
there
wipe
any-
next week.
Is there
100%.
any
Well,
raid?
you confirmed it, right? Next
He
week.
just said
Oh,
it
here-
will be next week.
Yep,
Here
it
we
will be
go.
next week, chat. There you
Here
go.
we
Wipe
go.
next week.
Oh my god.
Can we get a
Is
bust
there
of the
going to be any
loot?
raid episode?
Yeah, is it going to be another raid episode?
I know that they are like it's something like near. It's soon. Like I think.
Because
I
of
think
COVID-19, you wouldn't be able to get out the
early-
house and film and
First-
everything.
I think first part of May will be like the release date. First part of May. I hope so.
Oh, for
Okay.
raid 4.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Next question is the loot inside Killer's stash, the locked rooms in Interchange. So now you got to do like 4 laps of going back and forth. Can we get the loot buffed a little bit? Because from my initial findings, it's pretty trash.
Please.
Do you know the extract room and then not that one,
Yeah.
but also the one after it?
So we need to like boost some.
Object
loot.
21.
1-1. Yeah, 21.
You need to like
In that-
buff loot over there or what?
In those 2 locked room, in the locked rooms and the extract.
Mm-hmm.
Not a massive
Kiva.
buff.
Cable would
And Kiva.
Cable would
please.
probably do.
Do
Cable
a
would probably do the buff
full
as well.
flip around of the loot. Change it all up. We've seen the same loot. If you could change that too, that'd be sick. It would make Interchange feel
Okay.
brand new. It already feels a lot newer, but that little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Oh god, that slipped my mind. Oh, merch store. That was going to be coming out in January.
Yeah, merch store. Right now, like we had it almost ready to launch, and when this virus hit, and it kind of halted all the operations because it will require some customs work, delivery stuff. They just said that we need to wait this quarantine stuff, and after this we will open something like this.
Cool. Chat, chuck your questions in there, and we'll answer ask some of them. If you guys got any, go for
What
it.
is
Steam
the-
audio.
Steam audio, yeah. That's one.
Simorio, 12.6. There will be first iteration at 12.6. It's about sound positioning, like increased quality of sound positioning. Of course, it needs to be tested because it sounds like pretty good, but I think for some points it's not so good as I wanted, but it will be in the 12.6.
Every map
Awesome.
has an expansion pot on it. We know Customs is getting a pot. I know Shoreline has. Which map is going to be extended first? Will we see?
Customs.
Which is the next
Hell
map
yeah.
coming out?
Next new map or expanded map?
Next new map. What's the next new map?
I don't know. It could be the lighthouse or it could be the streets of Tarkov.
When will the expansion for customs come out?
12.62.
Is wipe on 12.6?
Uh,
He doesn't want to lie.
Oh,
He doesn't want to lie.
soon. He doesn't say soon.
actually, I don't know because I wasn't like linked wipe to anything, but now I'm thinking maybe it's a good idea to link it to 12.6.
Oh,
But I don't know. Next week.
Veritas, any?
No,
No.
I'm just getting yelled at.
You're not going to get yelled at.
come on, Mike. I mean, what?
No, I got nothing.
Is
now you're
Arena,
gonna,
Arena?
Now gonna hate you for not saying anything, Veritas.
Yeah.
Is Arena looking like 12 point something, or are we looking at 13?
What again?
Arena.
Arena. Oh no, Arena is. It's like a long-term thing.
Yep. VoIP?
I don't know about VoIP. I don't want a VoIP in the game.
Then don't put it in the game. Done.
don't-
Move.
I
Move
want
Right.
like
Right,
the
yeah,
radio
we're
sets and all the stuff working. Of course, it will be in the game. But the VoIP, I don't know.
Ah, fuck it.
I'm afraid that it will ruin the immersive thing. They will like say some bad things and run some music and like noises and stuff.
Seriously, VoIP. If you put VoIP in the game, all it's gonna be is hatchlings running around blasting Tripolowski Russian hard bass music out of it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
shit.
It has the potential
Like-
to be amazing if people used it right.
Yeah.
More voice comms, and then we don't need VoIP.
Yep.
Yes.
What about a bear that speaks broken English?
Like we have these lines recorded for a long time, and eventually it will be in the game. Eventually.
Custom keys for dropping bags. How do you say it?
Okay, bag dropping animation.
A bag dropping animation or a
But
shortcut key to
Hotkey,
drop
hotkey.
bag.
Yeah.
Hotkey.
It's planned. Yeah, it's planned. I don't know for what, for which version, for which patch, but it's planned. Like the backpack drop thing, animation or something.
Apparently, we need a swear words filter for UTech. No.
Filter?
No, not needed.
We need whispering though. When I say
I've got
say
a filter
quiet,
for you.
I hear something nearby. I don't want it to be quiet. I hear something nearby. That's immersive. Let me tell you.
Vector? When's that due?
What?
The Vector?
Vector. Not in 12.6 for sure. I think
1911?
1911 it will be in 12.6. Yes. 1911 will be in 12.6. The Chris Vector will be most probably in 12.7.
Will a UMP come with that? A 45 UMP in the future?
It will come for sure. Like the plan, so all you saw lately, all this planned to add in the next months. So an RPG, machine gun, and UMP, Chris, some new shotgun, pistols, revolvers, like many things to add actually.
I don't want to ask about the
In a-
cultists because Slash. But
Yeah.
a lot of people were excited for the cultists, but don't tell us when. Surprise.
Of course, I will not tell when. I will not tell.
The compass on the wrist.
I don't know when, but in 12.7, I think maybe 12.8, 7 or 8. I think like not soon, but not like
Soon, but not too soon.
Not
Yeah,
too soon.
not soon, but not too soon. Yeah.
I mean, is there any way to put just like your heading, whether it's like I don't know if it's like the Z position or whatever, even if it's just like a number, like ping a tiny number in the corner of your screen or something you can turn off. I don't know. That just seems like it'd be
Temporary,
as like
like
a stopgap to compass just to give bearings to teammates.
so you press a button on your keyboard and it will just say up the top left, northwest.
Mhm.
Or yeah.
Like
Um,
some, probably it will be something. Maybe something like this. We'll see. Like I don't know exactly because I need to actually see how it will be like visually when you will have this wrist compass. How it will be in the game when you exactly will look with animation on it, and
So-
I must understand like will it be usable like or we'll need to like write something in the corner of the screen. I don't know. We'll see.
So it's kind of funny.
Well-
Like they're so desperate for a compass, but they want to physically see the compass. The second you suggest something that's not physically seen and it's just up there
Oh,
to
it's not
help them,
immersive.
it ruins the immersion. So don't do that then. Don't
Yeah,
even
the
worry
the
about
ping
it.
number is super immersive, and seeing your body outline on screen with red is
Damage
super
is-
immersive. So you're right, but not useful
oh my God.
information. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
the brightness stuff that
Um,
you got coming along. Sorry, Sigma. Apologies. All the brightness
You're
changes in
fine.
that. It's the next one, isn't it? The next patch. Brightness, contrast.
Yes, it's 12.5. That's the nearest patch that we are preparing right now. It will have this post effects bundle, and you will be able to actually like do a really cool tweaks with the visual picture, with the colors and stuff.
Will
Like,
that be
it's
the
really
end of NVIDIA filters?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sigma?
I wanted to ask about offline groups, like going in with 2 or 3 players offline.
Yeah, like I remember that I talked something about it.
The clan system. The
Yeah,
offline clan system.
it's planned. Of course, it's planned, but I can tell you when because it will require some work, especially how to handle the like multiplayer thing. Because if it will be peer-to-peer or like networking, it will be hacked, and they will make standalone clients with the multiplayer thing, and it will be not good. So I think that we will just add new type of servers, like closed one without progression, and you will be able to play on that servers. I think so.
Cool.
Yes, it's planned, but I don't know when exactly.
Scav bots for Shoreline?
Yes,
The doctor.
the doctor. Yes,
Senator?
Yeah.
Senator!
Yes.
The
Yes,
senator. I
Is
can't
it-
wait for him.
Yes, coming
Yes.
up soon? Soon?
pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Stop it, please. Soon's gonna
You will see some signs of it in the but I don't remember what patch exactly, but you will see some signs of him soon.
Cool. I've got no more. Chat's going to whammy us with heaps, but I think if you want to head off, Nikita, I totally understand.
Yeah, I need to go. Thank you very much, people.
He's already stayed over 15 minutes past the time he said he was going to stay. So thank you so much, Nikita, for giving us some insight of what's going on in the world of Battlestate games and that.
Yeah, it's going pretty good, and you should you should be confident, and we are confident enough. So there will be cool stuff. First one is 12.5 patch. It's a good patch with a lot of fixes and some small features like quick healing feature and post effects bundle that will allow you to change the picture quality, like beautifulness of picture, and many other things. So the information about when it will be soon, as well as the patch notes and stuff. So we'll keep you posted. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nikita.
Nikita.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. I must be gone.
Well, we're still going to talk for a little
left
bit
us.
longer. So if
Yeah.
you guys are more than welcome to hang about and listen to our banter, we'll probably talk about what's just been spoken about, and then I'll probably play a
need
little
to
bit of
bring up
Tarkov after that.
something.
Go for it, Ghost.
Why do you keep pointing to me like I'm Sigma? Huh? Every single time. You were like, yeah.
Usually
Sigma.
because my OBS is mirrored usually. So when I go to point like to the top corner, it's the other corner. Of
Yeah,
my,
so
like,
what we see in Discord isn't what we see on the stream.
oh, really? I don't know.
So yeah, like on Discord, when you point towards Ghost, you're pointing towards me. On your stream.
Ghost? Sigma. Anyway.
No.
Bullshit.
You did it
You're trolling me,
again.
right?
You
You're
just
trolling
did
me.
it again.
No, Discord.
I
It's the same for me. I'm sure we probably all have different layouts.
On the
honestly.
stream,
That's
I'm
probably it.
pointing at the right people. Anyway. On the stream, I'm pointing at the right people. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming
You
up.
said that early May talking about stuff. That sounds very promising. That's only 2 weeks away.
Well, he said that every month they're putting out a major patch. Although a patch, like 12.6 is meant to be out. Sorry, 12.5 is the next one, right?
Yeah,
12.5 should be
12.5,
out within the next 2
Visual.
weeks, and then 12.6 will be in May. So if we this is no confirmed, but if he does do the white with 12.6, it should be in May, which is exciting. Confirmed by Slush Puppy, not me.
Confirmed by Slush Puppy. Says, bro, guys.
I just got a concept of the shoreline boss. I'll send it to you to show on stream there, Pest.
No.
I really don't want to open up anything on Discord.
No, it's not bad.
It's gonna be
You guys don't
Slush
have all of
shirtless.
Where's all the emotes? Somebody just tried to post a whole emote team. A
Yeah,
whole
where's
team emote.
who's hasn't put up their emote?
I never got
Oh,
one.
I
I was
haven't
talking.
uploaded.
Sigma,
I haven't uploaded mine yet.
Sigma send it.
Sigma,
I got
Ghost,
mine.
and me.
Yeah.
I was asking the other day which one was mine.
Mike, stop
The bottom
being
one.
late.
I sent them both,
Okay, listen.
but the latest one.
How good is it that Anton messaged saying there was going to be here? It's like, yeah, I'll be there. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
sick.
I'll be there. Sick.
10 out of 10.
Typical
10 out of 10.
Anton.
Anton's here, boys.
Anton's here in spirit.
He's at work.
He's probably gonna show up.
He'll probably be
Hey,
like,
guys.
hey guys, I'm here for the
Where's Mike?"
podcast. Where's Nikita?
As soon as we end.
Moscow
Oh,
time
yeah.
is Anton
I
time.
could put this link in chat for you. Pest.
All right. If
It's
this gets
the
me
shoreline.
banned,
Trust me.
I'm taking you with
If I
me.
get you banned, trust me, it's amazing. It's amazing. The shoreline scat boss, bro.
Oh, it's...
Is that from
It's
PAX?
so good.
That's from PAX.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, my mod Roman made it.
I just realized how much you look
Yeah.
like Gordon Ramsay.
Really? Because I'm wearing
Yeah.
just because I'm wearing that chef hat thing.
It could be. I mean, the chef hat is definitely leading me that
You're
direction.
an
but
idiot.
He does. I don't know. It kind of looks like it to me, even without the chef hat.
Now that Nikita's not here, let's talk about our experiences with Twitch Rivals. I really loved it, but holy shit, if they do that again without giving us rules 24 hours in advance, I'd just be like, you're joking, right? This is a clusterfuck.
I got told 4 hours.
I was about to say the
before
polite word for
started.
it is clusterfuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got told 4 hours before we started that I'm team captain. I was like, bro, what?
Like, I want to explain some of the situations that went down, right, chat? Because you guys don't really know half the shit that was going down in the Twitch Rivals Discord. Like, I told Veritas and Iron Fist to just focus on playing the game, let me handle the Discord. And I was just like, I had the chat open, keeping tabs on what was changing or what was happening as it was happening, like as everything was progressing through the contest. So like they were like, oh yep, scavs count. You can do stuff on scavs. You can do the reserve extract on a scav, right? And so I was like, sweet, all right, we're gonna do reserve extract on the scav. And then like an hour later, they're like, all right, you have to do it on the PMC. I'm like, fuck, now we're going to do it on PMC. So then I'm like, sweet, what we'll do is we'll all load into reserve with like 5 minutes left of the game, of the competition. and then we'll go to reserve. Like I said this on stream, and this was like an hour before it finished. We'll go in reserve 5 minutes before the end of it, and we'll just stay there until the train ends, which means like the whole competition would have to wait 40 minutes for us, but at least like, we guarantee another bingo. And then I asked on the Discord, does anything happen? Does anything count post time ending? And they said no. The tracking ends right on the buzzer, and that was about 45 minutes before the end of the actual, before the end of the competition. So I can understand like people were like Cake getting frustrated because unless he was constantly watching the Discord like we were, like that would be hard. And so like
that's the problem, man.
Him going in with 5 minutes. So go.
So that's where like Landmark and Warren and Willers like they can like I can imagine how they definitely feel like they've been fucked here because like like I saw a message that said it won't count if unless it's all in one thing, but unless you were literally watching that flit by, you've missed it. Like
but that's also a load of shit because how are you going to transfer 200k a time? I only did like 12 raids for the whole competition.
No, that was just lack of communication between all of the different judges and the fact that you have to go into a text channel to ask a question while you're in the middle of a competition to get clarification. Like if really what they need to do is they need to have a representative that can get into the voice chat with you so that I can say, hey, does this count? And they can answer you right away so that I can keep playing the game. Right.
Yeah. That's exactly what I do. I put a battle mod in with every team, every person, and they know the rule book inside and out. And if not, they have a direct voice channel to me right then so that we don't waste time like that. And I will say, I have one person, you guys know Sharptooth. That mofo will try to skirt every damn rule, try to get around everything that I put out in front of him. So I learned my lesson. And now when I make things, I actually send it to him and say, pick this apart for me, please. So I'll send it to the battle mods and say, pick this apart. What would you ask? What would you look at? Because just looking at it from my point of view, I don't even know what the hell they were thinking, looking at it from their point of view without leaning really heavily on BSG and then BSG turning around and leaning on a bunch of people. Of course that was going to happen. But that's how it is with every event that you run for the first time. It's going to fall apart.
I'll give you an example. Another thing, chat, like, or the community, if whoever's listening to this, an hour before the actual competition started, it was less than an hour. We actually like pretty much boycotted. We didn't boycott it, but we forced it upon them that we wanted the flea market taken out. We said, we were like, if you don't take the flea market out, this is going to be a stupid competition. You know, like, and then everyone in the, like, I can't remember who said it. And then we all just said, agreed. I was like, there was like so many.
They didn't even have a say in it, man. It was just like, yeah, we should take that out. And then all of the streamers was like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. And the Twitch guys were like, oh, what are we doing? And then everyone's just like, we're taking it out. Sorry.
And Battlestate Games actually disabled it,
I'm really
which was
glad
cool.
you said that. I'm really glad you said that because that would have just been a hot mess.
No, but like there was people already messaging saying, can we transfer stuff from our main accounts across now? And I'm like, hang on a minute. This is meant to be a fair competition. If there's money involved, and this is the other one, and I don't know if anyone used it or how much they did, but Fence, like imagine, like Veritas and I, we debated it. Like I was like, maybe we should just use Fence and Team Kill and stuff, and we're like, let's do it legit. If we lose, at least we can hold our heads high. We said that pretty early in it.
You see that one of the hosts is in chat, and so they can speak to some of the issues.
If they want to jump in. What do you mean?
I mean, just maybe in chat. I don't know if you have anything. Dgon says is in chat.
I'll just VIP him so he can stand up.
Hosts.
Like it was a fun competition. Don't get me wrong, but it was a bit of a clusterfuck as a participant. So
one of the things, I know this is not always possible and stuff like that, but one of the things that I think to make good at this stage would be to award both Landmark's team and Swagger's team a win in the sense that they get paid the same amount of money just out of the principle of it, but just because of the fuckery of it, to be honest.
Well, the actual card stated 6 million rubles across all stashes. Now, I have no idea how much money they had across their stash, because I fell asleep. I was wrecked. But if they did have 6 million across all stashes before the end timer, that should have counted. Like,
They definitely had overseas.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it would have been a draw because they both had the exact same amount of things, unless if it's first,
they got it quicker. They got it
If
quicker.
they
So
had their
they got it
bingo
with, they had it with
quicker.
10. They had it with 10 months. 10 months. Oh my god, 10 minutes before the end of the thing. The last melee kill that got Swagger in front was like within the last minute, so they would have won.
Yeah, because it's who got the bingo first is when the tie comes. The guy that got the bingo first is the winner.
Yeah,
and that's what happened to us, where our stuff didn't get confirmed until the very end, and we had the clips and we had the dog tags and we had everything, and it only got confirmed 10 minutes before that.
Yeah, I mean,
One
for
thing
me,
is
that was
that,
the biggest criticism that I had was just the ambiguity, because like you don't
Yeah.
know what, like basic vocabulary about the bingo cards was confusing, right? Is it scavs, PMCs? What does it mean to have between all characters, between all inventories? You know,
kill
what
2 killer kills,
can-
right? I'm pretty sure you
can
had to
you-
get both Veritas. It wasn't I kill one, you kill one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Can
You
you kill your
personally target.
teammates? Like all of these, all of those things.
Landmark's team did that. They ran 2 raids, and Willers got one, and I think Landmark got one, and then they had to go in and do it again. So they were confused by that as well. But like, while we do have an audience, I do want to speak to this, and this is like this is not specifically about the tournament, but blaming Swagger for this and going after him and having a crack at him is not the right way to go about this, and like it's not his fault. And the people that are going about like having a go at him, and we're having a go at him in his chat, it doesn't matter if who wins or who's right or wrong in this situation. You're a fuckhead for doing that. It's not about him. You shouldn't be doing that kind of shit.
Agreed.
It's something we need to talk about, the format of the tournaments, not the streamers.
Yeah,
So-
and it's like I felt guilty for the whole cake situation, even though I didn't have any say in it. Like,
Yeah.
because I was under the same impression as them, 100%. Like, you heard my strategy an hour before, but because I was nervous about how the system works, I went onto Discord and was like, when does the results stop? Like, when do we stop getting traction? And so then I was like, and when I got clarification, I'm like, that's where we changed our game plan. I went into a raid when there was like 45 minutes left into reserve, and I looked at a wall for 40 minutes. It's like for the train to come.
Our guys didn't even start. We were matching for 35 minutes before we got into our first round. So we lost 30 minutes, but we still finished.
I'm going to get Dgon into here, so just give me 1 sec. I'm going to have to just cover it up because I have to load up the Discord for a second. I just need to do one thing quick. Accept. I think it'd just be interesting to have him in here to get their insight. Cool. Hey mate, how's it going? Can you guys hear him?
Nope.
Nope.
No mic.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, good.
There we go.
Welcome.
Yeah. Hi guys, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good man. How you doing?
Hopefully, like you're not feeling like we're attacking you guys. Like
No,
it's
no,
like-
no, no,
'cause
no,
you guys are
no.
just
Like,
trying to do your job as well.
yeah. I'm glad that you're able to see that, and and the reason why I wanted to come is obviously we saw the community. I saw the community feedback. Toffee saw the community feedback. Wavepunk saw the community feedback, and so just for context, Wavepunk is the host of Twitch Rivals. He's always there, part of Twitch Rivals. He works for the company that does Twitch Rivals. Toffees and I are freelance casters, freelance hosts. So Toffees is our residential expert. He's kind of like the Sherpa. Sherpa's me. I have gotten super sweaty over this game coming over from PUBG and the professional PUBG scene and PUBG Mobile and League of Legends. That's my background in casting. But I put in like 250 hours last month, like by itself. I like stopped life, like everything did.
Yep.
And so
I
that's
think we've
kind
all
of
stopped
like
life.
right? And that's kind of like the just a little bit of the background of like the hosts. In terms of everything that you guys said, I think it's fantastic feedback, and I felt gutted when everyone there for Twitch Rivals is trying to put this on for the community. But as you guys have clearly noted, there weren't a lot of experts on the community of Tarkov until Toffees got brought in, and he got brought in late into the process. So we didn't get to see what the bingo cards were until literally, I think maybe like a day before, and the secrets were secrets. We didn't know what they were either. So there was definitely a process where they could be better. It could definitely be better in terms of how to do it, and obviously reaching out to you guys on, hey, how do you normally do this? What is a good tournament? What is a good process to be put into place? Because obviously there was a process, and obviously there were people, but it wasn't always, the best, the best way to do it. And actually sometimes was like some of the worst ways to do it.
But like it's the same with like this one and the Code Red one. It's still an experiment. And so this is the Code Red one I did a couple of months back. That was like it was a little bit of a clusterfuck, but not as much. And then obviously this one was bigger because there was more people involved. And it's actually how do I word it? The idea is great. I actually think it was really fun. It was a lot of people got excited for it. Like I remember I was in Warren's chat for part of it, and the chat was like whamming in the keyboards, was like suggestions, and it was as an actual event, it was sick. It just needs.
It was awesome. I had a great
Sigma needs to be the consultant for whoever does the next one, because
Sigma down there, if you're looking.
Yeah, so her and her community of like the fact that they can put together in a Discord with a streamer and some mods, something that is so fucking well oiled and phenomenal. With like,
you could use the word moist; it's allowed.
No, you can't. No,
but for real, like if anybody listening now, if you're ever going to do an event like this, if you're going to consult one person, consult Sigma.
Easy.
Damn.
Well, I'll
Thanks.
pass that along. Yeah,
Thank you.
Again, right? We just wanted to put this on, and of course, the other major thing that didn't allow the Twitch Rival staff, which is really good in terms of not just communication, but flexibility and improvisation. So if you guys gave feedback on the fly, like the marketplace thing, is that everyone's remote. Like they have a massive facility out here in LA. Everyone's on site. The communication is super crisp. Everything being through Discord and everyone on, home PC stuff is like, it just strains the hell out of a lot of the chains of commands that lead to improvisation or, changes on the fly, especially when it comes to regulations. Because like in the NA competition, we didn't reveal the squares until 30 minutes before. Whereas in the EU competition, we revealed it an hour before. We didn't know.
No, we got it 15 minutes before.
Oh, was that what it was? It was 15?
But no, they changed it 2 minutes before that.
After it started, Veritas. It changed after it started.
And they changed the card after we had taken the 15 minutes to formulate our plan.
Oh, yeah. So that one, I might get in trouble, but that one.
No, don't get in trouble.
The mistake. They put up the NA one.
And
then, the original North American one, they put that up for EU. And then they had to make another one for the NA one afterwards. And that obviously sucks, and that was just an honest mistake. But what are you gonna do when they panicked rather than just being like, hey, this is what we're doing? They're like, oh no, that's for NA. What are we gonna do? We got to use the EU one. And we don't know, right? Is it because that's what Battle State said? Is that because there were certain activations based off of the loot drops, and maybe that's why loot drops weren't as fruitful for some people, which I think loot drops are fine. People seem to be okay
Why
with
didn't
it.
my free shit be more free shit?
Why did I only get 17 commons? Why? Yeah.
It was a little bit confusing though, because like I had an idea how the loot drop system was working, because, and I don't think I'll get in trouble for this now, but when I did drops like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they tested the system on me, right?
Cool.
So they would make. That's why they really wanted me to do the drops then, so they could test the system, right? And so then but in that respect, they should have made it clear that you should watch the streamers you think are going to win, not watch Pestily.
So we as talent double checked that. We were like, hey, what is the protocol? And we said we got told doesn't matter which stream you watch, as long as you're watching any stream. You can even watch, specific player stream, or you can watch the Twitch rival stream. But the chance that you'll have is normal across. That's what we were told.
But then Nikita
So,
just
yeah,
said before that it's the
I had
opposite. Like it's like
Yes,
you should watch
I know.
live.
I know. That's why I was like, we're not idiots. We got told bad information. Like there's a lot.
I had
there's
two.
miscommunication
I got
about
told
information.
two different things, and I was like, people coming into my stream, I said, honestly, just open up every fucking streamer's channel and mute the tabs.
That's what I
Yeah,
say. I
that's what
say
I
It's
did.
like, I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
That was the one thing that they said didn't matter. Watching multiple different streams. That's the one thing that they said didn't matter. But I don't know how anyone would have gotten 17 drops then. We had people send us photos showing how many drops they got. They showed the list of messages they got from Proper and then the crappy common items inside.
So that actually makes sense. What Tyler said, he got 19 common drops and 4 rare drops, and Veritas and I, we got between us 25 squares done with four bingos, which would work out about what they should have got from my stream, if that worked perfectly.
I got Pest, did you get them? Because I got drops.
I didn't.
I
I didn't
got
even look at it. I put it to bed.
I got 19 common and 4 rare. Although it's on the other account, so I don't even know
The
what
account's
they
gone.
were.
Can't even get it. They
Yeah.
purged the accounts.
Interesting.
Well, a lot of the people that I had in my stream said they got 16 drops, which is pretty. I think we got 14 squares and 2 bingos, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Apparently, the
Right.
way to get the legendary one was for someone to complete the card. Now, to
everything.
complete the card, so the reason why we didn't want the flea market in the game was because there's no control then. The control factor is everyone could just give you everything you want. You could have the best gear, cost you nothing, and you'd be laughing. And then that makes it not a fair tournament. And then on top of that, like even Fence can get involved, and you can get people to spam certain items on Fence, and we could use that together, which makes it not really a fair tournament as well. So Battlestate games, not Battlestate games, Escape from Tarkov is not it's not a simple game to just do a tournament on. There's a lot of layers, a lot of loopholes, as Sigma was saying before with her tournament, and people will find ways. Like if it says you can kill your team, if you can get away with killing your teammate.
Yeah, I
will
think
do
I
it.
saw a couple people melee each other and then be like, "Does that count as the melee kill for PMC?" And it makes sense that what they tried to do, what the Twitch rival staff tried to do, and as you said, there's just a lot of loopholes, and the best course of action would have been consulting, I think, one of you guys, or in the future.
Even there's other ways around it, like even meleeing your teammates. Like you could honestly like both select and empty a server. Like my server, 5 a.m. in the morning, Australian time. If I had another Australian on my team, we could have both just loaded factory, got the same raid, and just meleed each other to death and finish that task with ease. And that's the kind of stuff that's like.
I think
this game has so many things like that people.
Professionalism comes in
like,
though, as well.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. But we've
but the thing is
we
that the answer
dedicate
to-
our lives to breaking this shit. So we know all these loopholes. So we definitely need someone that's definitely done all this shit before. So it's hard. Yeah.
We asked, and the answer that we got was,
Do it
well,
and find
maybe you
out.
should try it and see if it works. And it's like, well, that's even worse. Like, how do
You're
we?
making
Yeah,
me waste my
yeah.
time to figure out if it works.
Yeah,
or
well,
not. Yeah.
it was. I think the thinking there was they really wanted to. I know from a production staff, so this is definitely a Twitch Rivals thing. They wanted to play up the idea of mystery bingo, like, hey, explore, try, like make this kind of like more of a sandboxy type thing, and less of like these are the clear tasks that you have to do, especially with ones that were kind of ambiguous, like can I do that, or the secrets. And that was part of the production fund that they wanted to give off, and I think they did a good job of that. That was just the wrong direction to go forward for the community and for you guys as well.
I think like not that like you had any decision on the bingo card itself, but pretty much any of the looting ones, like getting a vodka and killing
15
someone,
hot
that was
rod.
fine. 15 hot rods was like no one got it. I don't think if someone got that, I'd be pretty amazed, because like you'd have to loot every jacket in a raid, and then you might
Get
get
one,
two.
and you laughed at me, Pest. You're like, yeah, okay.
Right.
What are you
We're
gonna
like
do?
2 hours
Well,
in.
we got 4, and Kings is running Shoreline and doing bags to find other stuff, and it was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen, man. Give up.
But
Yeah.
I think someone was talking about production value earlier, where if you focused on the killing the scav bosses, and that actually is exciting content as well. Instead of like, hey, let's just spend the next hour, like me looking at a wall for 45 minutes to make sure I got my extract. You know, like obviously that was a tactic I had to do because that was one to get us a bingo.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
Did we get any? Has there been any official answer as to what the deal was with War Run and Landmark's team? Like, did they win?
So what I had heard unofficially in a quick whim was that they did not liquidate their rubles in time. Obviously, I got spammed with a bajillion clips saying, no, he did it, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen it, but there was nothing official after that. And usually after the show's over, Twitch Rivals has like, imagine, so you see how passionate the Tarkov community is. They do that across multiple game communities within the same week. Like they have Fortnite later, and you know how fantastic Fortnite community is. So, they do that. League of Legends, Rainbow Six, Call of Duty, and this is just boom, boom, boom. And so that's where I'm from. It's a great place. And so
Oh yeah.
it's very important that they kind of like take as many lessons as they can and then move on. And sometimes they don't have somebody to do what I'm doing right now. And I'm doing this because this is a game in a community that I was like, I'm super excited to be a part of. I've never gotten this sweaty playing a game in like 5 or 6 years. I want to make sure we do right by it so that people like yourselves and the community come back and they're like, all right, let's fix this and let's make it even better, right? Because we were like, all right, is it escapes? Is it just most money? Is it just kills? Like, how do you make it? So when they came up with the idea of a bingo card, I was like, okay, I don't know where you got that, but that's cool. And it you can change it up. And they went heavy on the RNG looting side, and no one really accomplished that. No one did the mayo, sugar, condensed milk, and escape challenge. Like, and
there's like
makes
4
sense.
on the EU one that they did. But like, I don't know for sure. Like, I don't give a fuck. But I'm fairly confident if 4 teams got Devil Dog's Mayo, there's really 2 major spawns you can get it from. I think it's Duffel Bags and West 216 on Shoreline, which is a locked room, right? So for them to get 4 different teams to be able to get it from Duffel Bags, I'm quite surprised. So I have a feeling that
There's
Fence. There
there's
had
one
to be
in
Fence.
labs.
There's one in reserve. In the
Someone
kitchen.
in someone's chat said they spent 30 million rubles buying mayos and selling them to Fence during the NA bracket. That's all they did. That's all they did. It was just buy mayos and sell them to Fence.
Holy shit.
It's crazy, man.
See, but so then the question that I'm sure the Twitch Rivals that people would ask, I don't know if Battlestate would ask this, and I don't know the relationship between the developer and Twitch Rivals. Usually it's the developer and Twitch driving what the Twitch Rivals production does. Twitch Rivals is separate than Twitch. So it's usually those two, a tandem of those two driving what we do on the show. And so the question would be asked, is that bad? Like, you just got insane community involvement. It made it a little shifty.
Because I would be able to get 90,000 people to go, all right, chat, this is what I want. I want vodka. I want mayo. I want hot rods. You guys aren't going to know where I got my hot rods from. I got them all from the Fence,
Well,
Right,
this
right.
is what, I was saying this to someone the other day. They're like, how do you have so much money in Tarkov? And I said, well, I've been playing for 3 years, but essentially the farming technique is you just start a Twitch stream and then get insanely popular, and every time you run out, you just ask chat for money.
It's just that simple.
So much easier.
Is it
It's
time
that
that I do
simple.
the Tarkov Prime ad, or is it time I do the Stop Scab on Scab Violence ad? Because both of those have made me
Violence.
a billion
It's the
rubles.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so I just wanted to come clear those things up. Did you have anything else or something?
To clarify, you're a contractor that got contracted to do the casting, so you have no say in what happens. All right. I just want to make so chat's not like, I hate this fuckhead. He's the one that stole the money from Warren.
One thing
What's his address?
that is appropriate, I think, criticism that I got is like, oh, you don't know the game, and I'm like, well, yeah, I've played it for a month. I've played it for an insane amount for a month, but the reason why I'm brought in is because that event, Twitch Rivals, isn't just for the sweaty community. It's also for a bunch of people that want to tune in and learn about another community. And I'm kind of the de facto go-to freelance guy that bridges that gap. Rarely am I the expert of the game. So for League of Legends, that's the only one. But any other time, I've done Uno when the Fortnite players were playing a bunch of Uno. I did World of Warcraft. I don't play World of Warcraft, but I can.
But it's
I
also
understand
You need
MMOs.
someone.
you need the
do
balance.
need someone like you on there, because if you don't have someone that doesn't know what they're talking about, then the dumb questions that people, well, you call them dumb questions in chat.
That was me. I was the dumb question guy.
You do need to ask that. And that's obviously definitely a thing that needs to happen. I think a lot of the people were like, oh, where's like this is probably a feedback just for Twitch rivals in general, is that they could have someone who's like a massive streamer in the community that doesn't want to take part in it, would be a really good person to have on there, because they've already got a funnel of talent that's like we're on camera all day. Yeah, we're not professional casters, but if we already play the game all day,
You could be your subject matter expert. So like I know Sakril didn't take part. He could have sat on the cast and been like answered all the questions. Or there's heaps of streamers that are well known that would, I'm sure if they got asked, they'd consider it at least.
Yeah.
And it also gives clout to Twitch rivals by bringing in someone that's a big streamer that knows that stuff as well. This is not a thing on Toffees at all. Like Toffee does know Tarkov. But like if you had someone say like Pest on there, I know Pest doesn't get to compete in the tournament if that's the case, but
I'd probably be happy to sit out one man.
Yeah,
or
and
you can
I
have
think
it like he does the EU bracket and then someone else does the other one. But that's just an idea that it would be really it would really help Twitch rivals with that kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be better to have Pest, Toffees, and Wavepunk. Like I wouldn't participate in it, and that makes sense to me, and that would fit the community better. I think I was super excited. The opportunity was there, and I wanted to try and bridge that gap. And
yeah,
that
we're not
was
upset
you
with
for
you.
making bread, bro.
But either way, just wanted to give some clarification on that background part, especially because I like this game. I foresee myself being part of this community for a little while, and I wanted to make sure that you guys
here for life
had
now.
enough.
Once you start, you don't leave.
Yeah,
I know,
nice.
dude. It's so bad.
Yeah. This
You
is
know,
a Hotel California shirt right here.
Like
You're never gonna leave.
When we had Nikita on, I was like, oh my god, like that was so sick. And then you had Nikita on today. I was like, maybe that's not as rare. And Wavepunk, bless his heart, he didn't know. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna ask these questions. He asked fantastic questions. I was like, but you gotta ask, when's the reset? You need to ask this. Like, this is what everyone wants to know. You gotta grill them. And so that was just like a real cool moment. And we're hoping that we get to have those types of moments in the future. And hopefully I'm a part of it. If not, that's cool. But I'm happy that at least you guys now and some of the community now has like a mouthpiece to go back to and a way forward for the next event.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, I'm about to get crapped on so hard.
I actually have a
Whatever.
couple more questions just to clarify a few more things, because
Sure.
this is my first Twitch Rivals event. So Twitch Rivals aren't actually part of Twitch.
It is, but it's not owned. It's not owned. Yeah, Twitch makes the decisions, and then the Twitch Rival production staff executes it. It's a little disconnect there.
Yeah, that's pretty much the last one I had. But if you guys have more, feel free to ask. If you want to head off,
yeah,
you don't have to stick around. If you don't want to, more than welcome to stay for a bit.
Anything else, guys? Cool.
What was your personal thoughts on the NA brackets final outcome between Swagger and Landmark's team?
Don't get him in trouble.
No, that's fine. We didn't know how they were going to calculate it, and then it was kind of floated that they were going to calculate it to us. They were going to calculate the experience and the 6 million rubles at the end. So I didn't know, like, we don't know what that means. Like, hey, you need to verify with your admin before the timer runs out that you have 6 million. You have time after the timer runs out to liquidate everything and show you have 6 million, or you needed to have it beforehand. We didn't know that, and maybe the admin might have missed it, which would super suck, and I'm sure that person feels bad, but I don't know. And so from a entertainment standpoint, Swagger got the kill with 10 seconds left after he shot his legs with a pistol and crowbarred him, and right before that he got he killed Reshala with like 7 minutes. So he killed Reshala with 7 minutes left after trying to go to Reshala the whole day. And we had checked in over and over and over again, and he was constantly dying right outside the dorms. It was hilarious. And then to see him get the kill with Reshala's pistol with 10 seconds left on a PMC over in reserve that not only got him the melee kill, but also the 10th reserve kill, that seemed like such an epic moment. And so to have that moment like tarnished, super sucked. But in the moment, it was like, holy cow, that has to be one of the best endings I've ever seen in Twitch Rivals. So that's kind of how we felt about it. The three of us, at least.
I do like a lot of people are like, oh, we want Landmark's team to win, and I think a lot of the community, it's like Landmark and Warren and Willers are staples of the Tarkov community. Swagger's team, obviously excellent Tarkov players, but not so much like full-time Tarkov streamers. So I think like the Landmark's team had so many people in the community who were just like, fuck this. Like, we're really angry.
There's two aspects of it because they were the favorites. Like if you ask anyone,
that's what Toffee said.
They were the favorites. Yeah. And then on top of that, they were winning the entire day. Not by a little bit.
Yes.
Like, okay, lies. Sigma's team was winning for a good hour and a half or so. But in general, they were winning the entire day by a large amount. And so that's why I think it stung.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah, and that's I could kind of surmise that. It was just difficult to tell because it actually wasn't that hard to tell because it wasn't like anyone was coming out saying, "No, Swagger won. Great job, Swagger." It was only hate by by that community and by Cake's community. Cake's community came out, was just shitting all over us, and I was like, "Where's Pestyly's fans? Where are the guys that like, no, we won. It's legal." Like there was nobody there
because we were confused. I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
That's what I felt like.
So I didn't want to be there, be like, I'm the fucking best. I'm the two-time world champion, like back to back. Like I didn't want to be like that because I was like, well, maybe he did win. And so then I had to spend like 15 minutes talking to the staff, looking up what happened. I actually had to like find out what actually happened because I didn't want to be all like, fuck yeah, we won. I actually like the victory hurt kind of because I was like, well, I don't want Iron Fist to get. Because Iron Fist had 600 followers before the event. He's on like 8,000 now. Like he is pinging. He's probably still like banging his missus loving life right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like he will be absolutely over the moon right now.
100 people right now.
He's probably not. He's a gamer. We don't have sex. Gamers don't have sex.
But not at all.
But the thing was, and then like Veritas absolutely killed it too. And so like these guys did an amazing job. I hid behind a fucking pole and looked at a wall for 45 minutes. And so then like I was like, well, I don't want to celebrate too hard because maybe I didn't win. And then by the time it was over, I was just like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, this is exhausting.
Yeah, and that's not the feeling that should be given off at the end. And the Twitch Rival staff definitely cares about it, but with a workload like what they have, given the remote responsibilities that are currently placed on us with the virus, like it's nearly impossible to always be able to go back and fix the community aspect of things. And that's why I wanted to do that, because I actually love Twitch Rivals. I love the idea of it. The people there are fantastic. And then I like this community. I like it a lot. Hopefully I'm here for a while and, even just playing the game for a while. And so I don't want anyone to ever feel like that too. And there's times where I had to do that with the League of Legends community because I'm a part of that community. So I'm like, hey, this is what happened. Sorry guys, blah, blah, blah. But this one was a little scarier because I knew it was kind of widespread confusion, both on the winning and losing side sometimes. And there was definitely areas to grow. So the feedback here is great.
Another piece of feedback, just for this specific one, I don't know if you guys do this in other tournaments, but that the spreadsheet thing that we were using to track the thingo, that was updating so slow. I was looking at that and I'm like, all I have to do is just chill and we come second, and then it updated and I was like, oh fuck, we're fifth.
That was bad.
that one I definitely got feedback on. That the Excel sheet crapped out multiple times.
The reason behind that, and I was culprit for it very early on, is I showed it on stream, and then I'm 99% sure there would have been at least 150 people typing in the entire code at the top so they could load up the spreadsheet too. And next minute we've got like 400 people trying to load into a Google sheet, and Google's not a very powerful processing farm place. Like
400, like 100,000.
So
Yeah.
It's seriously, if you try and load a Google sheet with 100 people, like if I go right now, ! Varian, try and load that spreadsheet, everyone. And I guarantee you, if you guys all try and load at the same time, it'll just crap itself. It's just how it is. Google Sheets just doesn't like it. And so that was...
Yeah.
I will say they were actually pretty quick about making a spreadsheet just for the streamers. I thought that was cool. Like I feel like they quickly corrected that and made one just for us.
Yeah. Maybe mine didn't even work on the streamer one. I had to get Kings to
No, it
'cause-
took forever. It did.
There was
It
there was
took
a lot of time where they would put the graphic on the screen saying, "Oh, they've got 7 squares and 1 bingo," and we'd look on the sheet and it was like they have 4 squares and no bingos. And it's like, all right, I assume that the graphic is always right then, and you had to go off that. But then when they would do like the 3 box and then the names were wrong, I was like, I don't know what to trust anymore. Like that person's name is definitely wrong, and you keep trusting, right? And it's all a process, right? It's a performance based art, and people are like, no, this should be right all the time, and it's like, it's maybe if we were in the studio, but yeah,
You
so
hope
the
it
spreadsheet
is.
thing's tough.
Yeah, you hope it's right. But I mean, that's what you do after every event. You go back, you go through a list. What went right? What went wrong?
Yeah.
Where can we
And they definitely
improve?
did that. They always
And,
do that.
yeah.
They always do that.
I kind of felt bad. I mean, I know the public doesn't have access to it, but damn, like some of these streamers straight ripped you guys a new one, hardcore,
Yeah.
and I was like, ooh, that's not
And it's
constructive
fine.
at all.
Like, yeah, it's not constructive, and that's fine. But I mean,
Wait,
at the
what?
end of
You
the
can
day,
see the feedback. I want to see the feedback.
this had some of the biggest viewership that Twitch Rivals has had and Tarkov had had in a little while. And like, I think the Twitch Rivals I was probably proud of that. Like, I'm proud of that. That was really cool to be able to put on an event like that and have 90, I think we had 90,000 at one point watching our stream, and that didn't even include everyone else's stream. Like that was
That's
a lot of fun.
awesome.
Passed with 100,000.
It was so funny because chat's like, no one's watching the Twitch Rivals. They're all watching Pest.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. That's what everyone does. It's like, oh, we've got 30,000 people watching. Twitch chat's dead, blah, dead game or dead show or whatever. And it's like, thanks for paying my bills, bro. Like, keep
No, but the thing is, you guys put the tournament together so all the streamers can have the community involvement.
Yes.
I think it's really
Yes.
cool. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
as a concept, and the whole concept of the whole tournament was awesome. And I think you could actually run 2 different kinds of tournaments, like the Code Red one where it's a solo player, the dog tag, and making money. I think that works really well. And then have the team-based one being the bingo cards. And they could be really good staples for a tournament layout for the future for Tarkov. I think they both work really well.
Great. I'll pass that feedback along. I wanted to come because I love the Twitch Rivals guys, and they always want to put on the best tournament possible. And I think from a production standpoint, it was pretty good, but from the community standpoint, like there was things that we needed to work on. And thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to get that like one-on-one, and then also to share with the community. So
And thanks for answering our questions too.
Welcome to the community.
Welcome to Tarkov.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have fun. See ya.
Cheers, mate.
See ya.
All right, now, so everyone in
What
chat.
about Quattro? What about Quattro? Tell me about Quattro. Oh my god! Oh my god! Tell me about Quattro. Let's ask the Twitch Rivals representative about something to do with Twitch Rivals.
Fucking.
Oh,
So
God.
okay, so the original team I put together was Quattro, Veritas, and myself, and obviously they didn't want Quattro to play because we would have Quattro on our team, and therefore we couldn't lose. Right? That's how Twitch sees it.
That's how it works. Yeah.
So
I said, fuck that. Can't have.
they actually were going to cancel the whole
player.
tournament, so they had
Yeah.
to disqualify him because he was just too good.
Well, we were too handsome. Like collectively.
Mike, you're not even showing your face.
No, okay. In all seriousness, guys,
Yeah.
I can't speak because it's about the specifics, but Quattro wasn't eligible to play because of something that happened on his stream. He had like I wouldn't call it a strike. He had an issue. He'd been done for something, and because of that, it wasn't viewer botting. Or someone said he got banned. He wasn't allowed to go through the viewer botting. It's nothing to do with that shit. It's just something that happened, and you got to have like a clean slate. I don't know for how long, but that's what happened. And
That's what I was talking to Chad about that because they were like, "Oh, Warren was in and he's been banned twice, and I was in and I've been banned twice." But
it was a lot
as
more
far
recent
as
than
I'm aware,
than that.
Twitch cleans your slate as you go along. So you if you cop a ban and then you're a good boy for 12 months, then you start talking about taking strikes off. If you have a recent, they have what's called community standing. It's the thing that allows you to like upload emotes without them getting checked or anything like that. If you fuck that up, then your community standing goes down, and then you have to earn it back. So,
Did you get yours back?
I have mine back
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Well, it's yeah. I never. Yeah.
Talk about
No,
landmarks.
dude,
Team second place.
I was watching
We already
Alex
have-
Jones, dude, and I heard that it was because of ping, and I heard because it was no. It has nothing to do with rivals. Totally.
Warren has
totally.
a video
Nothing to
up
do with us,
accusing him
nothing
of
we can
hacking
do.
during the tournament. Who? Warren was hacking during the tournament. If you think Warren's hacking,
Oh my god.
you don't understand that people are
Eric.
better than you. All right, there are people that play games better than you. You.
They're just dad
In there.
gamers that are shit, man.
You know, Warren's like, I think he's what, 19, and he's been gaming since he was like 12, and he's one of those people that just like, as he's probably younger, he's just like a sweat lord, right? There's a reason why he doesn't have a cam on. It's because there's a pool of water underneath him. All right, just get over it.
No, these people in chat are like they probably sit there watching the football, going, "Oh, why can't I throw better than Tom Brady? He's on steroids. This is bullshit." Because like doesn't make any sense, man. He's a professional gamer. He doesn't. What the fuck do you want? He's better than you. Get over it.
If you want to get better at Tarkov, look at people like Landmark and Warren and Quattro and Ghost Freak for where they always keep their mouse pointed, what armors they use, and the positions they put themselves in. Position and like being able to take advantage of a situation is why these guys get more kills than not. It's not about like, it's not that
Well, no,
they.
it's their mount sensitivity, dude.
Oh, sorry, and the DPI.
Yeah, and it's
What's
the-
your DPI,
yeah.
bro?
4,000. I told you this, Mike.
4,000
Sorry,
DPI. I'll tell you when.
Yeah, that's
I
how you
still
get
don't
better.
believe it.
Higher DPI. What do
You're telling me that
What
so
do you
so that I
fucking
won't be able to
mean?
hit anything ever, which is
Yes,
same
you
thing.
cannot be on my level. Okay, Mike?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Go to
Guys,
the
that
Shroud.
doesn't
Go to the
sound
Shroud
bad.
merch store. Buy his socks. All right, and then
And
you'll
you
be
will
sweet.
be a god.
Ghost only has such high DPI because he can't afford a big mouse pad. It's like as big as a postage stamp, so he has to use like a really small one.
He's got a trackball.
Oh, now he's gonna show off his mouse pad.
I have
He's
spare
muted.
ones.
It's on. Are you push to talk? He's on push to talk.
What a loser!
Always
Push
trying to
talk.
show off how big it is.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's not impressive, especially because he's so tall. It looks hilariously small.
What do you
It's
have
actually
to bring
comical.
the height into this? What the fuck? Hey, listen, can we get back to bullying Mike? Thank you.
No, Mike won the tournament for me, so I've got to be nice to him for
Yeah.
at least a week.
For a week, okay? A week.
Yeah.
I've got the parchment. I'm
Mike?
still better than him, so it's
Who
it's
is
so
Mike?
good.
You still haven't put a black light on it yet.
Yo,
Mate,
Nikita.
I've licked it. I know what it tastes like. I know what's on that.
Okay.
This is cum.
They're like, have you brought any like foreign materials over, like, you know, into Europe? No.
I don't think invisible ink is considered a foreign material.
It depends if it moves when it's under a microscope, mate.
Jesus Christ.
Is that letter crawling away now?
Aren't you glad you're part of the team now, Sigma?
Yeah.
So happy, so happy.
So where's Anton?
I don't know.
Why everyone asks
dead.
about Quattro, but where the fuck's Anton?
No one
Jesus.
cares.
Oh,
No one
that's
cares.
that's bully.
Honestly, I was actually really surprised. I was like, I got in the bed. I'm like, wait a minute. Anton got the first. Anton got the first bingo. I was just like out of nowhere. I'm like, well,
You got out of bed in time. That's what I was impressed.
yeah, he wasn't late.
What are you gonna do with your winnings? We all got winnings. What are we gonna
We all
do
got
with them?
winnings.
I don't even know how much I got. I don't know.
You got at least 600.
I think
Really?
I got 850.
Well, it was $1,800 for first place on the bingo. So you got the first bingo, which is 1,800, and then it would have been, you would have got at least top 6 because only like 6 teams got a bingo on your comp.
Guess I can pay the power bill now. Hell yeah. Hey, hotel, we can pay the power bill.
I'm gonna buy a Mercedes.
There's someone in chat saying that I was talking about how shit
Oh,
you
sure.
were last stream, Pest.
What do you mean?
Everyone was saying Pest was better than me, and I was telling everyone in my stream how shit you were and how I was better than you.
Because you were gonna win it.
That's so
What do you mean?
No,
What is this?
literally before this stream, I was just telling everyone how shit you were.
Get out. That's it. It's
The
last
two-time.
podcast you're gonna see Slush. I'll
Eh.
start my own fucking podcast.
Well, man, I have to get up at I got up
Maybe
at
another
fucking 3
Reddit
a.m.
post.
in the morning for this shit, man. I had to roll out of bed at 3 a.m. in the morning for this.
It's okay. I love you, Slash.
Slush, you're going to be
me
the
too,
end of
mate.
the team. You're going to be
Me?
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
he's
saw
not.
what-
I saw
what-
that
I
Reddit
tried.
post.
I trademarked the team, motherfuckers. I'm taking everything when I go.
Yeah, is everything
came up with
okay
You
between?
would.
I came up with I came up with a shitty name. I came up with a shitty name for it.
Someone
How'd
made
you
it.
come- how'd you come up with that name?
It's so original, isn't it? We literally couldn't think of a name.
We couldn't think of a name. It was like, fuck it. We'll be called the team. It's done.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
right. Because
the king.
Anton was
Was.
like, "Why don't we just call it the team?" And we're like,
Oh, I said that too.
"Oh, was it you? Was it?"
Yeah, it was me.
I'm
Is
like,
everything okay between Veritas and Pestily?
Yeah,
there was
is everything
a-
okay between you
everything okay?
guys?
there was a
That's
Reddit post
okay.
yesterday talking about how toxic we were to each other during the tournament.
How much we don't like what's going on. And there was 30 responses, and every one of them was like, "Pff, I don't know, dude, but they've never liked each other. I fucking
See,
it just goes to
this
show
is the
you how
kind of
fucking brain dead and clueless.
One
They all
person,
are.
one person was like,
this is
"Have
the
they,
kind of
have they ever been in the same room as each other?" It's like,
God.
this is the kind of animosity that can be bred when you guys wife swap so often. It's like it's just really it can be. It can,
You said it. Not
and
me.
Reddit has another one. Enjoy.
That kid posted.
Enjoy talking about that for the next month.
Thank God my wife doesn't watch these.
yeah, my wife does, but
I told my
Not
stream
anymore.
that Pestily killed someone with a trident, and we talked about it for like 6 months.
Slush said on stream that I met Cotton at Sexpo in America, and he didn't talk to me or something, so I punched him. Oh no, Cotton punched me, and we got in an argument, and it went viral. Like Cotton
was
had
so
people
bad.
like donating to him, saying, "Why don't you like Pestily? Why did you hit him?" Like, and he was like,
Dude, I had people messaging
He had to go,
me
like-
on Twitter.
They went on Twitter Cotton went on Twitter and was like, "I don't know where this came from. I have nothing against Pestily." It was like,
I had people messaging me on Twitter. It was clearly a joke, and I had people messaging me on Twitter, like DMs, saying like, "Oh, you're such a loser. Stop reaching to try and create drama to get attention." And I was like, "Man, I'm joking." Like, no sarcasm allowed. No sarcasm allowed.
I still
Ever.
get people that come into my chat asking me about the whole guitar eBay thing. Like, you made an offhand joke once, and it's made it around that you were the guy from Japan on eBay that scammed me out of the
Selling the
guitar.
so the story is this, right, guys? So the story is this. This is the whole story. So Veritas bought a $6,000 guitar on eBay. Fucking idiot, right? And was like, "This is gonna be sick. I'm gonna get the best guitar." Then it rocked up and it was fake, right? So the first thing I did was I made an announcement to everyone saying that I was the one that sent it to him. I'm not giving back the money. And holy shit, it went like, "I can't believe Pest would do that. Like, just give him back the money." I'm like, he could take it up with my PayPal, my lawyer. I live in Australia. Fuck him. And it was just like,
Oh man.
people just like, oh my God.
Oh. It's so funny.
Amazing.
So when am I gonna get
Love
my
it.
money back?
You're not. It's
He
mine.
gave it to the kids.
You got $6,000 last night from the Twitch rivals. There you go.
Oh, okay.
So wait, we're going back. What are you guys gonna do with your winnings?
I don't know. Buy a lottery ticket.
Buy a lottery ticket.
A single lottery ticket.
Trying to pay off waifu's student loans with mine. And by that I
Well,
mean
that's
2%
boring
of
answers.
her student loans.
I'm gonna get.
I'm
more
gonna
crack.
buy $1,000 worth more crack.
Just a bunch of heroin.
Yeah, I told my chat I was gonna buy $1,000 worth of Tic Tacs and then fill my stream room with Tic Tacs. But I'm not to be enough.
I don't know what I'd want to do. I'm just saving my money at the moment.
Yeah.
I do my donations to
I'm
Starlight every
loving it.
month.
Nothing
I'm
else
not
to
gonna
spend.
buy crack.
Man, I went to pay off my credit card today, and I was like, oh, I wonder how much I've spent because it's usually like I use it to buy all my groceries and stuff like that. And because I haven't been outside, it was like, it's usually like a whole month's worth of spending, and then I just pay it off every month. I looked at it, I was like, oh, $189. I'm like, wait, I spent I lived on $189 in a month, man. I'm incredibly fucking efficient. Oh. I'm like the
I
Volkswagen
don't-
diesel.
I
of
buy
humans.
food and I
All eat is
stream.
Miggering.
I'm looking older every day. It's all I'm doing at the moment. Is just I actually
My
am
number one
exercising.
expense is Uber Eats McDonald's, which is probably not
Yeah.
a good thing.
Hell
I got this
yeah.
bad boy
Right,
now.
right.
Pest, when are we
Yeah,
right.
gonna do the fucking Zwift
Zwift?
streams together?
Oh, I'm
I
ready.
got my trainer on order.
Hell yeah, boys. Oh,
Is
Dan
that
Campbell.
is that thing where you ride the bike and you cane it on like the VR thing?
Yep.
So
Like,
it
so-
actually looks pretty cool.
Epic.
The back of
That's
it's actually
awesome.
the back's actually a smart trainer. So you like there's no back wheel on the bike. It's actually connected straight up to the smart trainer.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm gonna start Zwifting on Twitch soon, probably in about a week. I'm actually working on a program at the moment just to get my base fitness up. The actual one thing I want to do is actually want to do a playthrough on Tarkov whilst riding the bike and see how many kilometers I can clock whilst also getting to 40.
Can we
When
get
I
a
was-
to 40
I used
on
to
a
do
bike.
I'm
I
being
used
legit.
to play Titanfall on my exercise bike every night. And like when I was young fit slush, when I weighed like 80 kilos, I used to sit there and play
Photos,
Titanfall
please.
for like 4 hours. I can send you a photo if you want.
No.
It was completely ridiculous. Like I'd ride an exercise bike for like 4 hours every night.
Are you talking about Skinny Slush?
Yeah, skinny slush. Yeah, hang on,
I
I'll
can
find
actually
one
dust
for you.
off my bicycle now.
You should do it. If you want to do Zwift together, I'll Zwift with you.
I mean, like it's the only thing I'm probably gonna have some sort of coronary or something soon with the amount that I sit in this fucking chair and don't move.
I've got to sit stand desk too now. I've invested so much into my stream setup. Like, I can
There's
stand
no
up.
way I'm ever getting a standing desk. I'd
Standing
much rather
desks
sit
suck.
for half the day and run for half the day than stand for any amount of the day.
Really?
I don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
you, but
I like the standing desk. I used to play CS while standing.
I couldn't do that.
It was
Nailed
cool
it.
because I could always do my summit smashes while being freely not
Same
kicking a
height.
chair. Same height.
I think my favorite summit clip is that one where he jumps up and he goes to punch something and then he just runs out of the room. It's like,
Yeah.
he's like, fuck this. Just runs off. Oh man.
All right, next podcast we do, I want to get Sequisha on it. All right, I've said it
Hell
before.
Okay.
100%. You're on it, man. We're doing it. I think we could have great banter with him.
Oh yeah,
Sequisha's
for
the
sure.
fucking man. I met
He's amazing.
Sequisha at least twice at TwitchCon. He's a
You met him
Dad,
twice?
I need,
Like, you're
I
like-
need to.
Hey,
I
I'm a
need
big
to-
fan, and then like,
No, two separate TwitchCons, you fucking dink. I need to no, like he is you wouldn't believe that he's far more handsome in real life than he is on stream, and he's extremely handsome on stream. So
That's what you said
Dude.
about me.
have you seen the
I
clip
I
of
saw a
him?
picture
in real life. That's not
Have you seen
you.
Young? That is me.
That
That's-
is-
that is
not you.
Slush.
Have you seen the
That
clip
is slush.
of Sequisha where he's sitting there just having a coffee, and this chick comes up to him, and she's like, "Hey, I'm a big fan," and he's like, "Oh, nice." and it was like she thought he was a porn star.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's so funny.
I saw a picture of young Sequisha on Twitter the other day, man.
I'll see if this-
Jeez.
Here's young
Hey, if
Slush.
I was a younger, gayer man, I'd be dating Sequisha.
This is no word of a lie. This is young Slush.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
100% is. Young,
Yeah,
skinny Slush.
yeah. Back in
I'm
my
in
prime,
love.
mate. Seriously, that's what you used to look like. I'd been
What-
dating. I was dating Badger for 2 months at that stage. So that's 9 years ago.
So you're blaming
It
Badger?
wait, no, 8 years ago. So we're 22 or 23.
You look
Yeah.
like one of my
Yeah,
best
I'm
friends
definitely-
growing up. It's creeping me the fuck out.
God
yeah.
damn, Slush. That just my mind blown.
Imagine how many drugs are in his bloodstream right at that moment. Awesome.
What planet were you on?
If I have anything to thank for my weight loss, it was definitely the Bong Slim diet. That shit is fucking great.
Just come to the Netherlands. The funniest thing that was happening in the Netherlands was when they announced that all the cafes, restaurants, cinemas, all that had to be closed for the next at the moment it's like 2 months. The lines at all the weed shops were just like longer than anything. Everyone was like, I gotta stock up.
Good
Alright.
old coffee shops.
We've been going for 2.5 hours. I think we should probably end up calling it. We don't normally go this long. We haven't talking about Tarkov in over half an hour. But have you guys been having fun?
This is a Valorant. This is a Valorant podcast now.
You're playing Valorant. That's why you're not
Drops.
on cam, are you?
Yeah.
No,
You're
I'm
definitely
working,
playing
dude.
Valorant. Not a
I
fuck.
am
you're
working.
There is no way you're working right now.
Veritas works naked. It's the only way he can code. he's like Tom Cruise in that what's that movie where he's got those things?
I'm legit in my fucking pajamas with glasses on, sitting in front of my MacBook right now. I'm literally
Oh, yeah.
working. That's why I don't have my camera on.
Minority Report. That's how Veritas codes, but like buck naked in like an anti-gravity tank, Minority Report style. That's why That's why he can't turn the camera.
I'm just always in sweatpants.
So
He is. He came to PAX in sweatpants.
just leg hair.
So
I am sorry. I do have hairy legs.
who's gonna join us? Sequisha and maybe Anton.
On the next one.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do them weekly while there's not much going on?
Yeah.
Do we have to do them at this time of night?
No.
No.
Can we start at like this time now?
Yep. It's the only reason that
Yep.
it had to be at 8 p.m. is that's when Nikita
Yeah.
had time.
Nikita.
That was the only
yeah,
time
yeah.
he
This
was
is
available.
perfect.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
works.
I just want to make it a little
these are a
point,
little bit
guys.
later.
Like, for the ones that are still around that aren't here, just for the Nikita part. Nikita, he's works nonstop. He's pretty much how like I am with Tarkov, with like the streaming and YouTubing and all that. I could tell because it tells you when they're last online on the messenger. I could tell he goes to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. every day, and he's up at like 6, 7 a.m. And that's every day. And it's just, he is probably one of the hardest working people, and he's so passionate about the game. Like, there'll be people out there being like, fucking brown noser. But like, honestly, he is more passionate about this game than you can fucking fathom.
Dude, I send the guy messages when it's like it's got to be 4 a.m. and he like instantly responds to me, and I'm usually like, "Wow, dude, I thought you'd get to this tomorrow."
And on top of that, he doesn't speak English as his first language, so this shit would be incredibly
Yeah.
draining. Like, you imagine.
That's
trying
why
to
by
have
the
a
end of the podcast, he's like, I'm fucking done. Well, you
Yeah.
can
So he
tell.
was slouched down
Yeah.
in his chair. He's like, oh, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't.
And
I
Dimitri,
don't speak
too.
English. I don't speak English.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
Dimitri is.
Dimitri busts ass too.
He messages
Yeah.
me at 4 a.m, and then I'm like, dude, what are you doing awake? He's like, I'm working. I'm working.
Dimitri, good people.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. All right, guys.
I saw Anton in chat. Hi, Anton.
Anton,
Oh,
do you want to come and say
now
hello
he
real quick?
shows
Oh,
up.
hello,
Oh
Anton.
my gosh. So
I'm sorry.
you can be
Anton,
here
your face
at
cam's
this
on,
time.
dude. Your face cam's on, bro.
I have an excuse. I was going to bed good. Oh fuck! I hate my voice. I was going to bed good, and then I had a stomach ache and stayed up till like 3, and I woke up now. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't apologize to me.
The shitter was literally up like shitting.
Yep,
Okay.
Are you
me
alright?
and Mike waiting for
Breathing.
you, Anton.
bro. I know.
Well done on getting first bingo, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we got 7th and then somehow got 4th. Or somehow got 1st, actually. Like, they made a big deal out of getting the first bingo.
Well, you killed it. You got it like 1 hour in, and then you
Yeah.
didn't get any others. But still,
No. We
Money's
got
money.
fucked by trying to do the hot rods. I don't think anyone did the hot rod one.
Nope.
Anton's
No, nobody
always
did.
loud, guys. I'm just adjusting him again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's
Nah, you're
got
good.
his morning voice on.
My ASMR voice.
Oh, here we go.
Please.
Here we go. This
Stop
is what
it.
they came for.
Oh, is this where I got to end my stream because Veritas gonna be naked?
Is he loading his cam?
I lost.
I don't know what's going on with. Oh my god! What the fuck, dude?
I told you, he's in Minority Report. I see, I knew it.
Yep.
I can make out some stuff.
Oh, this is fine. Which
This is what Anton looks like.
Is
on
that
the
my-
update
This is
to
when the
Hood.
crack kicks in.
okay? Well,
That's Veritas's hacks.
Anyway,
yikes.
well,
So this time, Pist, do you want to have a podcast this time?
yeah, I'll do it this time.
That's
Anton,
good,
is this a good time for you to do a podcast each week?
Yeah, this is a good time.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It works
I'll
well with
still be
me
late.
because it's 10 p.m. for Ghost and I, so that's not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's
We
it's
could do
not-
2
Okay.
hours, 2 to 2.5. It's not too late. And then
I
Keep
could've
in
made
mind that
10.
it's Thursday. By next weekend, Anton will have fucked his sleeping pattern into even more of a disarray, and this will be a bad time for him.
it's what, lunchtime for? No, it'd be like 2 p.m. for you, Anton.
It's
It's
12:50.
12:50.
Jeez.
Do it
Morning.
later.
Got my coffee.
Are you going live now?
Okay.
Probably in a little bit.
All right. All right. Well, guys, wipe is going to be next week. That's what we learned from this podcast. And
True.
Stop it.
he said it was
Stop
next
it.
week.
Reddit is on fire now.
next week. Oh god.
Reddit
And-
is on fire right now.
All right. I'm going to finish this up, guys. I do have.
Reddit's not on fire because it's too busy just screaming justice for Landmark, justice for Quattro.
This should be the links for all these guys. Go give them follows, check them out, ask all the questions about Tarkov, all the stuff from the podcast. If you guys enjoyed this stuff, feel free to follow and hang out here next time. We'll probably try and do this every week. This is good to get a bit of banter, and particularly this is pretty much my friends. This is all I've got. Obviously, I've got my friends in chat, but I don't really talk to anyone anymore. So it's
You have
probably
a
good for me.
wife?
Yeah, but dude, come on.
Who?
That's illegal fucking thing.
What?
I'm legally bound for that one. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube, and I'll try and find some other places so you guys can hear it if you want to listen to it without the video. Be sure to go give everyone a follow. I'll run my outro, and while the outro's going, I'll find someone to raid, and yeah, go down the links below if you're listening on YouTube to go give the other guys follows too on their YouTube channels. Anyway, guys, thanks. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.